what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
All right, it's the first of she's maybe in the chat. She mentioned she might be in the chat. I see Rumble chat. We have Wild Saffron over there being first. Digger might join us today. My balls, says King Kong Dong. Yes, King Kong Dong. King Kong Dong's ping pong paddles. That's as far as it'll go, sir. That's as far as it'll go. Baby oil up Tuesday, says Labglass. No, I don't think so. Mostly because I, unlike Diddy, I think that's gross. Baby oil, no, isn't that supposed to be for babies? Pretty sure, almost entirely positive, the baby oil, it's in the name, is meant for babies. So I don't want to do that. We have a fully prepped show for you. I am not feeling the greatest. I have horrible trouble staying awake, worst of all. I dozed off twice before we started up the show. It was once, thankfully, I had an alarm set just in case. The other time was literally right just now before we launched the program. And I woke up and I saw the time. I was like, oh, better just hit the go button and go. Oh, no, use it your whole life. No, why? What I don't want to know. I don't want to ask for babies or is it from babies? Says Fiery Red Podcast. I would assume it's for babies. I would be horrified if there's an entire oil industry that's like liquidizing babies. What happened to the old-fashioned Pink Taco Tuesday, says King Kong Dong. I mean, that's not old-fashioned, and we don't do that either here. I mean, really, there was never a Pink Taco Tuesday. Wild Saffron says, no Digger, she's escaped containment and no telling what shenanigans she is up to. She might be in the chat. She said she'd be in the chat if she had the opportunity to before she headed out. But yeah, she's getting ready to head out, so we'll see. It is Taco Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday happens only if you're having tacos. I'm not having tacos. I don't want to know if you are, because that's the worst. We just started the show. Let's not start talking about food. But I don't care if you're having tacos. That's up to you. But if you're not having tacos, it's not Taco Tuesday. It's just another fucking day ending in Y. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Fettuccine Al Poo-Poo, for the Taco Time sticker and the 100 bits. Our goal is at $45 for the 23rd. Thank you. So we're cruising right along. Thank you so much, everyone, for yesterday for support. Good afternoon, everyone. See, Johnny, it's taco time. No, it's not. I heard the bell, says King Kong Dong. Yeah, you heard the bell because they did the sticker. You could see the sticker, but that doesn't mean it's Taco Tuesday. That maybe it is for you. I'm not telling you what kind of Tuesday you need to have. I'm saying it's not Taco Tuesday up in this here palace. I'm feeling sleepy, and I am really not happy about these anxiety meds that are supposed to help me sleep, because I have been taking the low dose amount, Like there's 2 doses. You take this, or if you have a lot of anxiety and really can't sleep, you take that. I took the low dose amount, been taking it, and it's just I'm groggy as fuck. Lab glass baby oil is so 1990s. Everybody uses essential oils for a smoother experience. I don't know what we're talking about. What do you mean? No, I hope you certainly don't mean carnally, because essential oils, that stuff could be horrible for your ladies, like your guys' biome thing, right? Because there's lots of stuff in those essential oils that maybe you don't want to put in your persqueeter. So the bell rings means Taco Tuesday, says King Kong Dog. No, it doesn't. It just means someone paid 100 bits. Anybody that pays 100 bits can request a ticket to ring the bell. Dear Lord. I am not using pomade anymore. I am planning to get my hair cut tomorrow, so I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. I tried using the Old Spice this morning before the show, and it just didn't work. King Kong's paddle now has 2 balls. Yeah, that was by request. 100 tickets. What is this, a circus? Yeah, I got my words mixed up, St. Caesar. Try talking out of your ass for 3.5 hours straight after you just talked out of your ass for 3 hours. Well, I don't really talk out of my ass on that one. It's hard to tell. You jump in too much, he can visibly get annoyed. But if you don't, then it's, what is it? I see cricket bat in that logo, but you're lucky yeah, dude, it's an homage. The ping pong paddle is shaped specifically to as politely and socially acceptably as possible to mimic King Kong Dong's ping pong paddle, or King Kong's ping pong paddle. Anyways, it's essential oils are so 2010s. It's all about Nuru massage oil now. What the fuck is Nuru massage oil? It's Taco Tuesday, and we're running for the border. No, we're not, Lab Glass. We're not running anywhere. I don't run. We're not going for the border. We're here. We're not queer. We're fine. It's all good. It's all good. Somebody just threw some money at playing the thing with the stuff. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's no other setup behind it. All right, let's load this up. We've got stories for you for the next 3.5 hours. And obviously, Our Lady of Canada Digger isn't here because she is on, would you call it a sabbatical? I would call it I guess a sabbatical. I guess I would call it a sabbatical. After that bell, we lost 27 Mexican viewers. I don't think we had Mexican viewers to start with, Los Federales. I love me some Taco Bell. My order every time, 2 chili cheese burritos, extra cheese, beefy 5-layer burrito, nachos, or 2 burrito tacos, nacho fries, and a Baja Blast. Nacho fries sound good. Johnny's running to the gay bar without Digger. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The Doritos Locos tacos, you mean? Those are good. Those are nice. Why are we talking about, I don't want to be hungry already. I have a show to do for the next 3.5 hours. I don't want to be hungry. And then when the show's over, I don't want to make food. I'm going to be burnt up and sleepy. I want to just go to bed for an hour. I got things I got to do. And then tomorrow, we might not have a show tomorrow. I'm not sure. It depends. I'm going to tentatively say no because I have an appointment. Yeah, we'll just cancel tomorrow. We already scheduled it financially to cancel tomorrow. We scheduled it to cancel tomorrow's show. Thursday's show is going to start late depending on how long the MRIs take. Ashley Casey saying, damn it, now I'm hungry. Shut the fuck up. Right? That's what I'm saying. Taco Bell use stuff their burritos. I don't know what he means. Cheesy Gordita Crunch was what I liked to have. I'm not a big Taco Bell guy. It's a work trip. I'm going to be clearing out shit and cleaning for a friend, LOL. No sabbatical for me. So, yeah, but you're going to get to huff old books. So that's kind of like vacation-y, right? Snorting old books is a hobby of yours, if I remember correctly. I miss the quesarito. I don't even remember the quesarito. I'm here briefly trying to pack and love on the cats. Yeah, the cats have been needing some extra affection. They're gonna have a little vacay from their mommy, and I'm gonna miss not being able to hang out with Our Lady of Canada. Huffing the books is my bonus pay, she says. She gets to be the middle. I don't think that's going on, King Kong Dong. I really, really don't believe so. Steak and baked potato for supper. Why are we talking about this? We again, I think I reiterated that I didn't want to bring it up, and we weren't even talking about. They were talking about Taco Tuesday, so at least that lines up. This is not taco related, Mr. Q. It's everybody throwing in there. Everybody just telling me what they're having for dinner. Like I don't know. I don't know why we care. It's I mean, I'm happy for you. I don't mean to be a dick, but going around get everybody's dinner orders seems a little weird. Wild talking to get those tacos. Enjoy the journey. Yeah, enjoy the journey. Have fun. Discover new stuff. Smell old books. Whatever it takes. I just had lamb. Yeah, again, see what I mean? Now we're getting into everybody's. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Doesn't change our world. I mean, we're happy for you. At least it's not. There's no Johnny's Exotic Meats King Kong Dong. So why would you talk about it? It doesn't exist. It's fairy dust. It's a fart in the wind. It's not real. I'm going to go left. All right. Leftover cube steak. I need lunch. Well, then you enjoy your leftover cube steak. Huff books, not drugs, says Mr. Q. And St. Aaron's doing hot. All right, so we got.
Look at all the wieners.
Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo Poo, for the wiener sticker and the 100 bits. I appreciate that. I don't believe you can huff books instead of drugs, at least to replace the need. Snort off the hardcovers. The razor slices through the paperback covers. I'm guessing I guess he means like chop. That wiener looks good, says St. Caesar. It's somebody else made it. It's a different video. I made the logo that you see above me up there with the ping pong paddle and balls. So that's what we did there. Well, and our lady Digger again won't be joining us this Friday. I tried to get her to, but she said she won't be back in time for that. So our schedule is a little weird. We're doing our usual show today. We're going to do tomorrow's show, or we're not going to do tomorrow. We're going to do tomorrow's show today. We're going to do tomorrow's show is going to be canceled. Tomorrow's show is going to be canceled because I have a meeting and then I'm going to go get my hair cut because this is too long and it's becoming a problem. So we'll just do both of those tomorrow. And Thursday's show may start late because I have literally an MRI appointment. So we'll see what we do. Johnny's Exotic Weed Farm. No, I don't think so. Brand new textbooks is delicious to smell when you first open them. Don't they smell a lot more like printer ink and like? Because Digger was saying the old books it's just a smell from old books. I'm specifically talking about books to get a law degree, says Veldrain. Oh. Well then. How many books do you need to get a law degree? I assume it's a lot. Got to know a lot of laws. Every time you see lawyers, they got shit tons of books behind them. I don't even know what they say on half of those things. All right, so we've got several stories lined up to talk about today. We got several things to get in. Digger, Johnny is jealous. Johnny's so jealous of old books. Wild Saffron, you have no idea. I've made it absolutely no secret that I will miss my lady while she's not around, and I am very, very jealous of those old books. I am incredibly jealous of those old books. Any bashing the UK today, Johnny? I don't know. I don't think so. We got some making fun of Koreans. We got some Germans. We try to spread it out, try to get everybody. But so yeah, we got Germans and Koreans today. And then we'll bring it back home, make fun of the local team. We got nothing specifically British that I know of. So unless I'm missing something, which maybe, probably, possibly, no idea. Johnny's Cocaine Den was a terrible business model. There was no Johnny's Cocaine Den. There was never a John. That's not even a funny joke. I don't do cocaine. All right. Anyways, we have a full fucking hour's worth of stories for the first hour, second hour, and third hour. We're trying to keep it lighthearted. I'm not really talking about the Iran stuff too much. You can let me know if you really want to hear about Iran and you want me to pull up the Iran war and my hot takes on international policy. But I don't think anyone really gives a shit, nor should you, because I've made it pretty clear. My stance is simply I don't want us involved. That's what it comes down to. Point and stop. The UK can never be bashed enough. Well, Saint Caesar, feel free to make your, like, you can make a whole show about bashing the UK. I'm not going to do it for a whole show. Plus, like I said, I only operate off of the stuff I find. I peruse the internet, and I will be honest, today's perusing was diminished greatly because we had leftovers from yesterday, and because I am fucking exhausted, and I have no idea why. I got plenty of sleep. I woke up on time. I got ready and did my day, but I've been feeling the whole day like I'm wrapped in a fucking blanket and I'm trying to struggle to get out. I don't care about the war, Johnny. It's boring. Well, good for you. Rocco, the rock and rolling clown, is my favorite. Oh, that's good to know. I don't have a favorite. I, again, not a Coke fiend, so never really became a thing. Let's go ahead and get into our first hour stories, since we have them all queued up and ready to go. Before we do, we'll say thank you to this month's show sponsor, King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. An odd shape to nail that ball. King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. There we go. Got them red. And that is going to be going until May 8th. We have it down at the bottom. Our next big fun we show at May 8th. So if you had fun with the last one, the next one's on May 8th. It'll be even more of a blast because this time everybody knows Digger really hates the beans. So she's going to hate me if we keep doing those. California fuel cell drivers. I didn't even know this was a thing. People still have hydrogen cars. I thought those were done. They got rid of the electric car way, way back in the day. So why do we still have hydrogen cars? Iran war summed up. Israel and Iran big mad at each other. Israel pokes Iran. They respond with a punch. Then Israel tells them to tell us, so we do something about it. Oh. And like I said, I just don't want to be involved. To me, this is two midgets fighting, and I want to stop holding their heads and just let them at it. Let them at it. Just stop holding these little bastards back. Because if you think about it, in terms of military might, we're like the adult in a crowd of midgets. And so for us, any conflict that we're dealing with is kind of like dealing with midgets. And now look, they can cause some damage. They're at nutshot level, and they can bring you down to their world in a whole lot of pain and a heartbeat. But still, they're midgets. And it's just like if we could keep them battling each other, just not have anything to do with it, I'd be so happy. We have no business being involved. I agree. I completely agree. We have zero business being involved. That's why it was on the Twitch one only. I need the multi-stream one. So, yeah, and if we're going to keep being involved, I'm going to keep saying I don't support it. So that's kind of why we're not covering it really like as a mainstay story. Everything else is there for you. So let's get on to this. Like I said, I didn't know hydrogen fuel cells were still a thing. Fuel cell cars that use hydrogen are apparently having fewer and fewer places to fill up. And in today's state, the fuel cell industry's indication may have once again called it. Oh, NBC Los Angeles has the story. Okay. Well, hold on. This looks like a TikTok, not an NBC, according to this. There we go. Oh, dear Lord. The lines are around the block. Drivers seeking hydrogen fuel for their vehicles had to wait in an hours-long line at San Fernando Valley Station to refuel due to a shortage. One Chevron station in Studio City saw wait times of up to 3 hours. Oh, man. And this is in Sherman Oaks. So this is the one that had wait times up to... No, this isn't...
Bullshit.
This ain't a Chevron. This is a 76. Everybody's waiting to use that. Got to rumble chat my next one, BRB. Well, good for you, buddy. Enjoy all three chats. That's what we have them for. I learned Saddam's army had Darth Vader helmets, and they should have put aluminum foil covered boxes to fit over their camel. Well, I don't know who taught you that. I've never heard that before. Darth Vader helmets? Why wouldn't you wear them? If you have the Darth Vader helmets, you've paid for them, you've bought them, you have them. Why wouldn't you wear them? Why wouldn't you wear them? You're already going to be trying to be an imposing military force. What, you want to seem nice? No, put on the fucking Darth Vader helmet. Roll with that shit. I don't understand why you wouldn't wear it. That's the weirdest thing of all of this. They had Darth Vader helmets and they never wore them. What would tinfoil boxes over the camels do? That's my other question. But the Darth Vader helmets, is that true? I want to live in the world where that's real, if that helps. I want to live in the whimsical world where imperialistic or dictator military regimes wear Darth Vader helmets. Oh, the AT. Oh, okay, now I should have seen that one there. All of this is to fill up with this fucking helium shit. So all of these other pumps are regular gas, but everybody here is looking for the helium. Or not helium, hydrogen. Hydrogen. See, I knew it was a TikTok. Or, well, that's Instagram. Is it really any different? Yeah. So they're not able to fill up their hydrogen cars, apparently. Right now, you can get fuel, but you'll only get a small ration of it, said Dylan Vizix. You'll get a very tiny portion. If you try to fill up more than that, you'll just get a little drip. So they're not even filling your cars. Everybody gets a little. There was a guy in Arizona who built a car powered by water around 2003. He was going to take the idea to the market after posting videos of it working. He randomly disappeared in the desert, body never found. Okay, Rusty Grammar. I don't know what that has zero to do with what we're talking about. I don't even know where that came from. Hydrogen is a smarter fuel source. Well, it sounds like it's smarter, but it seems like it's having issues. According to Clean Technica, what's happened is the 2 hydrogen tankers in Colton, California, where the state's only hydrogen plant is located, there was an explosion. One man lost his life in the explosion. The plant closed down operations while the incident was investigated, which essentially stopped the flow of hydrogen in the state. At the time of this writing, 35 retail hydrogen stations are out of service. California has roughly 50 publicly accessible stations in total. That means only about 15 are operational. Availability is near 30%. In most retail fuel networks, 70% downtime would be described as a crisis. Breaking down the 35 offline stations shows that about 40% are explicitly out of fuel. It's not working, though, if it's a smarter fuel source. And I don't remember the story. They buried about in their Terralingua. You know that for a fact. Still got the shovel. Like, all right. Yeah, I don't think they did. Ashley Casey sounds dumber right now. Japan has a working car that runs on water. Well, isn't that the same premise then? You're using the hydrogen? Is it doing something to separate the hydrogen and the oxygen in the water, and then it just releases air and water? Well, no. H2O. So if it's releasing, they wouldn't release water. It'd just release air. I miss pedal cars to St. Aaron. Yeah, we all we're growing up taught to believe that the Flintstones mobile was what we'd be driving. Then we found out we got to use our feet. Then other people wanted the Jetsons briefcase car. I say that's lame, but that's just me. Just add water. I don't think adding water will help to pedal cars or to regular vehicles. The one that runs on water, we haven't found. You know what? If anyone has any links to send me the links if you have the, actually, let's look for this. He said around 2003, right? This guy in Arizona built a car powered by water. Let's look at this. Let's see if we can find these videos. Water-powered car. Oh, they say this guy says they poisoned him. Universe Inside You is saying they poisoned him. The documentary investigates the life and death of Stanley Mayer, an inventor who claimed to have created a water-powered car. Let's go to this news story about his car, though.
A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use...
Dude, this is 2003? You sure this isn't like 1990?
water to run your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots of interest in this project.
Water has always been considered a precious commodity, but Stan Meyer's invention may make it even more valuable. He has developed what's called a water fuel cell. It has taken the place of his old gas tank. The water fuel cell breaks down water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used to run his dune buggy.
I don't care if you use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water. If you don't have any fresh water, go ahead and use snow. If you don't have any snow available to you, they use salt water because there's no adverse effect to the fuel cell.
Meyer started working on this project 4 years ago. He's not a scientist. He isn't even a chemist. In fact, he never graduated from college.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me, hold on. You're telling me a fucking high school graduate built what is quintessentially, it's not fusion, right? It separates the molecules. So he built a hydrogen fuel cell car at his home. What the fuck? This isn't the video. I'll ask Corey if he has it. Oh, this isn't the video?
Determined, he says, to design something to protect this country from oil embargoes.
And we have calculated that if we take the dune buggy from Los Angeles to New York, we would roughly use 22 gallons of water.
The Pentagon flew a lieutenant colonel...
We'd roughly use 22 gallons of water. Dude. Like, 25 gallons of gas fills my car. I don't know that I could go that far. It's called fracking, old as electricity. So they're fracking the water? The last time I heard of fracking, that was pumping like air into a substrate to like crack bedrock. I didn't know that or in water pressure. I didn't know that was done with electricity.
Last week to look at Meyer's invention. There's talk of possibly using it in the Star Wars defense program and to run army tanks.
All right, this is in Star Wars defense program is in the 80s. This is definitely an 80s video. So let's go back and see if we can find anything more on Stan Myers. All right, here we go.
Today we're taking a...
Here you go. Somebody found Truth About Stan Myers. This is from it's from A Glimpse of History. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to like and
look at an inventor who claimed to invent the water-powered car. This man is Stanley Meyer.
It sounds like an
Meyer
AI
invented
voice.
many things throughout his life. He would go on to apply for over 200,000 patents in his lifetime. The most well-known one being the water-powered car. So why did Stanley Meyer invent this car? In 1975, Saudi Arabia cut their oil supply to the United States. As a result, we had a nationwide shortage and gas prices skyrocketed. So Stanley Meyer saw great demand in a car that ran on something other than fossil fuels. How exactly did his...
Okay, but here's my question. So Saudi Arabia cut their oil production. Again, this is one of those, why should that have to affect us? Our own oil should be our own oil. If we frack the piss out of San Andreas, California will become its own island and hopefully its own country. I believe if California separated from the U.S., they'd totally want to become their own country. They wouldn't be able to, though, because they wouldn't be able to defend themselves. But I don't think you're going to frack the fault line to knock the city off, and you'd kill so many people. That wouldn't be okay. Cracking. People on farms used windmills to generate electricity. To crack water into hydrogen and oxygen, they had to keep it a secret from the government. Why are they cracking the water into hydrogen and oxygen? What's the benefit for cracking it into hydrogen and oxygen on the farm? Like, if they're doing it with a windmill and it's that easy, like, oh my God, crazy. Why are they doing it? And why hasn't, like, Elon Musk spent all that money with the electric car? Why hasn't anybody pushed this technology if it's that easy?
car work?
Seems weird.
Stanley Meyer's water-powered car ran by splitting the water into its basic forms, 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom. This process is known as electrolysis. The hydrogen was then used as the fuel and burned, the oxygen exited through the exhaust. The difference between his invention and the modern hydrogen-powered car is that his ran on water and actually split the atoms. A modern hydrogen car runs on pure hydrogen.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are taking the electrolysis part unto yourselves, but why couldn't we just have it be the car? Then we only have the hydrogen we need to power the car at the time. It's not explosive. It doesn't go boom. The factory that makes the hydrogen doesn't go boom. It seems like a good way to be.
Stanley Meyer would go on to travel the country showing off his invention, and even gained the interest of some investors. So where did it all go wrong?
Wait a minute. Is that the fucking arc reactor? Did he invent the original arc reactor? Is Stan Myers Tony Stark's dad? Like, I don't. They use bladders full of hydrogen to run their tractors and trucks. Oh. And Penn and Bishop is saying why we don't have this is for money. Yeah, but like, why wouldn't people? I suppose you can't make as much money off of the
In
readily available
1996,
source.
many lawsuits were filed against Stanley Meyer, claiming that his invention was fraudulent. In these lawsuits, experts were hired to examine his technology and concluded that there wasn't anything revolutionary about his invention. The court then ordered Stanley Meyer to pay back his investors, as it was concluded his invention was fraudulent. Now let's take a
There wasn't anything. There wasn't anything. What? It didn't. Did it work? Did it not work like it said it would? Wait a minute. What?
anything revolutionary about his invention.
Wait, there wasn't anything revolutionary. Just because it's not revolutionary, does it work or not?
The court then ordered Stanley Meyer to pay back his investors, as it was concluded his invention was fraudulent. Now let's take a look at his controversial death. Stanley Meyer died on March 21, 1998. To this day, many people believe he was murdered.
Yeah, I could see why. I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to go that far yet, but I can see why. It sounds like they don't want us using this stuff because it's a lot easier, a lot cheaper, a lot better, and just get us through the day, and they wouldn't make any money. Which, yeah, because this is so cost effective. Big Auto couldn't allow it to go forward. Yeah, I could believe that. I can believe that, Digger.
Commonly told story goes like this. Stanley Meyer and his brother Stephen traveled to Honduras to meet with two Belgian investors. They meet for dinner and Stanley was allegedly poisoned. His brother Stephen says Stanley took a sip of cranberry juice, then grabbed his neck, bolted out the door, dropped to his knees and vomited violently. I ran outside and asked him what's wrong, and he replied they poisoned me. After a full investigation, it was concluded that there was no foul play, and that he had died of a cerebral aneurysm.
Really? You suckered him to Honduras with the promise of investors. And he just happened to have a brain aneurysm right after he had a sip of tea. All right, look. Even the banana peel second store balcony Trevor Moore. Fuck, who did that? That was probably goddamn Nucleatic Gaming. Even Trevor Moore's death was more believable than this. Are you kidding me?
Today all of Stanley Meyer's patents have expired and are in the public domain available for use. No major manufacturers have incorporated his work so far.
Right, because it wouldn't make them a whole lot of money. They'd sell the cars initially, and then they wouldn't get anything. The oil companies don't make their money if we're not buying. If the gas is so cheap, like, who cares?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun. I believe that. Look how many people died from hanging after being shot 8 times. Don't know what you're talking about, St. Aaron. Hi, Nucleatic Gaming. That's a mean way to enter every time. There's got to be other 25-bit drops. There's got to be other ones. It seems... So water makes cars work. Apparently water can. Supposedly water can make cars work. And even in that, whatever we want to call that expose, whatever you want to call it, they literally said, like, the only difference between his car and these is that his extracts the hydrogen from the water. The way we're doing it right now, that's gross. Thank you for the 20 bits. The way we're doing it right now, we extract the water. And now you have to pay for the hydrogen that powers your car. Keep in mind the hydrogen, little volatile. All right. You asked for other bit drops, Johnny. Yeah, so why didn't you do anything, Saint Caesar? You're getting awfully lippy for someone who has no skin in this game. Meaning the oil company lawyers got involved. Yeah. ChatGPT said no one has successfully created water-powered vehicle ever. Yeah, because they're lying. I think you can get a system to put on your car that helps increase fuel mileage. What, if you put like a water thing in there? I was buddies with a kid in high school that converted his riding lawnmower to run on water, lest we not forget we were the dumb hicks in school that would never amount to anything. Well, Rusty Grammer, that guy didn't go to college, and he had all those patents. Yet those people call on us to fix their ACs, boilers, cars, build their houses. Right, because they spend all their time pursuing, the higher learning. They didn't learn the menial labor tasks, and now they can't handle a lot of very basic life stuff, whereas you can. It's just what it is. But then they also probably know, like, nuclear physics, and you don't. It goes back and forth. Actually, we do have a story. Is it in the first hour or the second one? I think it's in the second hour. We do have a story about people not getting what they want from their degrees. Hydrogen gas cans make me really uncomfy, says Brian the Science. I just don't get, like, I get why the automotive companies make the cars where it's the cell, but I just don't get, like, as we see there that worked on that car, and we're using the same technology, the same electrolysis to make the hydrogen, so why don't we just cut the middleman and have it all happen in the car? Seems like a lot less of the car would explode at that point. And then the explosion would be smaller, and the other thing you'd be left with is water. So it'd kind of be like a water bomb. It'd be interesting. Hydrogen gas, yeah, we already did that one. Cool. The Pentagon was interested is what should draw attention. He wouldn't play government ball, so they killed him. Oh, do you think the Pentagon was interested and he wouldn't? But then again, his technology wasn't revolutionary. Why isn't the government using this for their cars? Why isn't Uncle Sam using water-powered cars and we just all don't know about it? It's just the big kept secret. I don't know. It seems weird. Or they're professionals who can pay someone else to make it their problem, so they do. I clean my house, but people pay to do everything else. Fair point. I don't pay people. I don't have money to pay people. I do what I can. Oil, auto, and insurance companies would crash and burn if water cars were mainstream. Why would insurance companies? I can understand the oil. I don't quite understand the auto. I feel like the automotive companies would take a hit, but they wouldn't crash. I mean, even the oil industry would still have all the people who have their gas cars. We're not all... Hydrogen has to weigh less than water. Hydrogen has to weigh less than a big water tank. Right, but if you're breaking it, I guess, I don't know. I guess the gas would lay... You know what? I didn't think of that. How much does 22 gallons of gasoline weigh versus 22 gallons of water? How much does a gallon of water weigh? How much does a gallon? Oh, gallon of water weigh. Gallon of water weighs 8.34 pounds. 8.34 pounds. So 8.34 times 22 equals 183.48. So let's just round up. 184 pounds. So we've got 184 pounds for a gallon of water. What about a gallon of gas? Gallon of gas weighs, okay, so that's going to be a little bit less. It's about 6.3 pounds. So that's going to be significantly less. All right, so yeah, and then Hydrogen gas would be even less by definition. Gasoline's lighter. So I get you. It's going to be too heavy. The Pentagon was in, yep, there. Well, would it weigh the same regardless of liquid? Wouldn't it weigh the... No, Red Scooper, I was doing whether gasoline, water, or hydrogen gas. Like, hydrogen gas is going to weigh, as gas in a pressurized container, probably going to weigh a lot less. Way less, says Rusty Grammar. A gallon of barbecue seasoning about to hit different. I don't know what the fuck that is. Clone dinosaurs, then squish dinosaurs, problem solved. Hydrogen gas is 2 grams per mole, and water is 18 grams per mole. More hydrogen is in the same size tank. Yeah, you'd have more hydrogen in the same size tank, but it wouldn't be a liquid anyway. You're not filling it with liquid hydrogen, are you? That stuff is gonna be hard to keep contained. All right. Anyways, so yeah, we got that figured out. A little bit of math. Every liquid has its own density, so each liquid would have different weight. That's why I went to the internet to find out what the weights were, King Kong Dong. I realized that. Gasoline is lighter than water. If you have the two in the same in the same thing, gasoline's lighter than water. So obviously, hydrogen gas is 1/9 the weight. So yeah, so whatever the let's divide this 1/9 the weight of water. Let's divide this by 9. Let's go over here and then hit U. Divided by 9 equals. So yeah, that's going to be, for roughly the same volume, it's going to be 20 pounds. That's a lot lighter. That's a lot lighter. $8.13. Yeah, everybody's throwing in the numbers now. Hey, Bud Britches, good to see you over there in the Rumble chat. Glad to have all of you guys. We're rocking and rolling for another 3.5 hours. Not 3.5 hours. We're about done with one. So do math, asshat. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Ha! Got it. Bang. Boom. Happy. 2 hours, 45 minutes. We're going for another 2 hours and 45 minutes. And obviously Digger's not here because she is, I don't think she's actually regularly on Tuesdays. I think I've just been lucky. And I keep getting her and convincing her to join me. So she's obviously not here because she's going to be gone for the next few days. So that's happening. Why are we asking about barbecues? Nobody asked about barbecues, St. Caesar. You're still on this. I don't fucking know what the fuck you... Anyways. I come for the math. I stay for the jokes. Hey, that's great because we got a lot of both today. Apparently, a whole lot of math in this last story, and then the jokes are, the world, really. Let's go ahead and close that out. Get to our next story. We have a Chick-fil-A employee who apparently found nearly $10,000 in a restaurant bathroom and returned it to its owner because that's what God would do. This is one of those things where I'm like, all right, I
was hard at work.
I am obviously not a specifically religiously ordained person of any kind. So, but I sincerely hope this person is rewarded like he believes he should be for his faith at the end of his life and everything. Because, dude, you turned it away. Like, I'm telling you right now, so many other people would just be like, finders keepers. I found it. But this guy turned away 10 grand. Firstly, why was 10 grand in a bathroom? Can we ask that question? Somebody whoops-a-doodle left 10 grand in a bathroom? I gotta hear it. Was it in? If it's in bills, it was somebody was paying for sex, right? Like somebody's paying for sex or selling drugs. It's 11% the weight. It says 420 swing blade. Now we've got different things. You take the money and you get a new job. I mean, maybe. We just got a Chick-fil-A. I had it for the first time Saturday. It was okay. Not sure why everyone raves about it. Chick-fil-A is one of those more like, it's established that it's white people friendly. and it's got deep Christian values that it espoused at some point in time over some fucking public argument. So it's got not a huge, but a somewhat supportive fan base, but it's the same thing as like what's the other chicken place that's there? They do the fingers, the mayonnaise sauce. Not Carl's. I don't know why the fuck I was thinking of that. It's definitely not Church's Chicken. What 10K, officer? Right? What 10K? But yeah, Chick-fil-A is like, eh. Raising Cane's, that's the one I was thinking of. King Kong Dong. It's white Popeyes. It's not, but yes, thank you, Ashley Casey. Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken is literally like, hey, the cool thing is the sauce, the Raising Cane sauce. It's like, right, the cool thing about your chicken is the mayonnaise you put on it. Like, woo. I'm sorry, no. But it's all right. Like, I've been there. It's okay. I don't really give a shit about the religious beliefs of the owners. It's a nice, friendly restaurant. I enjoyed taking my daughter there once. She had waffle fries. She approved. So, you know what? It's fine.
Jaden Cintron was hard at work at Chick-fil-A on Monday. But on Good Friday, his character was tested and he passed with flying colors. Kinston police say on Friday, almost $10,000 in cash was left in the restaurant's men's restroom beside the toilet.
Again, you've got almost 10 grand in cash on you. Even if I'm taking a shit, I'm not letting go of it. I don't know. I guess I'm poor, so I would be terrified. I would not do well. Why were you just walking around with $10,000 in cash? You had $10,000 in cash, but you also had the freedom and the time to hit up a Chick-fil-A. That's a really weird, I feel like that kind of money is an A to B situation. Like, you have it and you're taking it somewhere, be it a bank, an institution in which you are investing, paying for a loved one, buying a kidney off the black market, what have you. But you've got to get into that right away. You stopped for a fucking sandwich and then you lost the money. Say there, 10K in my pocket. What do I do? Guess I'll take a shit, right? Looking at a fat stack of fucking bills in my pocket. I got about 10 grand. All right, but first I'm going to stop for some incredibly mediocre chicken. Because, you can't run money on an empty stomach. I'd like to hear, I'd like to see the Goodfellas episode of we gave you 10 grand to pay the vig and you come here telling me that you lost it on your way to get fucking chicken. I would love to see that person. Mayo, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, ketchup. For what? For the cane sauce? Chevy JB, totally a drug money drop or accidental drop. Chick-fil-A is rugged, brother. They give their employees Sundays off like Hobby Lobby does, based. Yeah, but again, that's all well and good, and you can support that business because you support the practices and the established policies that they have with their employees. You can absolutely do that. I support that wholeheartedly. But what part about that is their chicken tastes good? See, this is the thing for me. Too many people try to sell me on Chick-fil-A, and it always comes down to, well, they believe in X, they believe in Y, they believe in Z. And it always comes down to religious beliefs and employee treatment policies. And I'm not saying that those are bad reasons to support a business. I'm just saying what part about that makes the chicken taste any better. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're telling me that Popeyes and all these other places, they don't do that and they treat their employees like garbage, then I'm going to tell you a horrible fact about the world. Misery tastes delicious. Because those are so much. If you have 10K, go to a Michelin star restaurant. I feel like, yeah, or at least, I don't know, maybe not a Chick-fil-A. You didn't trust it in your car, but you didn't bother looking for it after you took a dump. How big was that shit? Because a lot of ladies, and this is definitely a guy, by the way. My money's on. If it's a woman, I will be flabbergasted. No, he said men's restroom by the toilet. Yeah. So this dude, like a lot of ladies don't understand, as a guy, you can take a shit big enough, it will reset your brain. You'll forget things. It's the same as busting a nut. The cane sauce. So you're saying the best part about the cane sauce is the Worcestershire sauce, the ketchup, with a little bit of salt and pepper. That is remarkably not remarkable, Brett McHart. Like, so again, KFC OG still king overall chicken. I would say, yeah, KFC beats the brakes off of a lot of chicken places. I'm going to say that them, was it 7 herbs and spices? I don't remember. However many of the Colonel's peddling, them's the ways to be. Alrighty. Anyways, let's find out more. Again, 10 grand. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's just the situation I'm in. I'm a bag of shit. I'm not gonna, like, unless there's clearly like a name on it, and I gotta know that I've up somebody else's life to walk away with this because they dropped it in a toilet bathroom stall. But if it, like, let's just say the harder it is to find the owner, the easier it is for me to just be like, well, you know, I guess I'll keep it.
Cintron walked into the stall during his break like he always does and saw the cash.
Then I just picked it up and I brought it to Human Resources.
The money was inside 2 envelopes when he found it. I asked him why he didn't just keep the money for himself.
But that's not what Jesus would have done. That's not what God would have wanted.
Cintron said his faith guides his thought process.
Money is useless.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a deeply religious person, this is one cool thing about Chick-fil-A. I mean, there's an employer you can work for. I'm sorry, I changed the logo as per request, and it's just distracting me now. Jesus would have done that. That's what he's saying. 11 herbs and spices. 11 herbs and spices. Well, then, all I'm saying is you're right. Nothing beats original recipe, but I do like the crispy chicken, and I'm also a huge fan of the white gravy they have for the potatoes.
Without character.
Peppercorn
Kinston
gravy.
Police Chief Keith Goyette said it's amazing that Cintron did what he knew was right.
A lot of people will unfortunately take that money and run with it, but kudos.
Dude, like I said, I would unless those envelopes clearly marked who it belonged to.
To that employee at Chick-fil-A. Definitely deserves an award.
John McFall is
Definitely deserves an award or a reward. We're told that they gave him a free lunch break, sir.
the owner of the Chick-fil-A in Kinston. He said Cintron embodies the Chick-fil-A way.
A true leadership, true integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching. And Jay did that in this case, and he should be commended for it.
Cintron said the owner of the money found out he turned it in and offered him $500 for his good deed.
Fuck yeah, bro! Way to go! Good for you! $500, that ain't nothing. I mean, it's not gonna get you through a lot, but that ain't nothing. Jesus, what a drug weapons deal. Extra crispy regime reigns supreme. I do like the crispy. I do like the extra crispy. It sucks we don't have KFC. Yeah, dude, it really sucks you don't have KFC. Hell, they even cop would have taken it. Yeah, dude. The cop totally would have taken it. Him, money is useless. Also him 2 years later. Man, I lost my job, can't pay rent. Now I gotta suck dick to make ends meet. Where the fuck you at now, Jesus? Los Federales, I don't want to believe that. Because believing that means several very horrible things. Your scenario, while it might make you titter, is painting this place going under, which means the fall of a business, which means the owner and anybody that invested in it, they're kind of, bunk on that deal. All these employees, not just this guy, whether or not she's a good or honorable person, or this chick, either way, they're out of a job. And all because and they cut him off. I believe he was saying money is useless, the true whatever is the kingdom of heaven. He's probably giving you something. 500 isn't enough for new RAM nowadays. Is RAM really that expensive? Because I've got to get my computer looked at, my old one. And I want them to figure out for me whether it's the memory or the motherboard and what to do, because I want my other PC back as a gaming possible computer. His true calling is to leave for smokes about 5. No, King Kong Dong. He's a good Christian boy. he would stay home and raise anybody. Like he only if he's living alone.
Cintron declined the money several times before eventually accepting it. He said he didn't want a cash reward for simply doing what was right.
I don't want.
Yeah, but you don't understand. People are dumb animals, and they need to see that being a decent dumb animal is a good thing. And sometimes, see, like by him giving you this reward and you taking it and that all gaining a lot of traction makes it more likely that the next asshole might be like, well, if I turn it in, I might get a reward and I get to be on the news. And so they're going to chase the vapors of your ass and everything that you experienced. And that will, again, steer the tide. So if you don't take it for yourself, Jason, take it for us, like Jesus would.
Anything out of this. I did this because that's what Jesus would do.
I gotta say, there's an awful lot of one complexion working at the Chick-fil-A, and there was a totally different complexion when it came to the owner of the Chick-fil-A. And just weird. Just weird. Seems strange.
Jaden Cintron was hard at work
We
at Chick-fil-A.
started it again automatically because I was there. Did we literally have that much time of him just working at Chick-fil-A? We B-rolled out that hard? Really? Oh, Jaden. I was calling him James. Jaden. But yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. Just putting my money on black, putting my money on black on the roulette wheel, Johnny. Well, that's what Wesley Snipes always said to do, like always bet on black. But I don't know that that's a good way to go. Ram is expensive. Who was saying that? Yeah, whatever, St. Caesar. No offense, St. Caesar. I take what you say with a grain of salt. I just put my money. Yep. All right. Cool. Caught up. By the way, there's an update to this story. He was dumped by his girlfriend shortly after. I don't believe that actually happened, Los Federales. I'm going to say you're the, oh my God, Rim Reaper. God would have only found $5,000. Okay. God would have only found $5,000. This man could have gotten way more than $500 as a reward. However, his reward will be his acceptance into God's kingdom. Well, good for him. Good for him. Hope that all goes swimmingly for him. Buying a car for cash. Some people won't even take cashier's checks. Okay, there's a logical reason to have a pile of cash. Wild Saffron letting Red Scooper know. Chick-fil-A, yeah, we covered that. I want that bad karma out there for just $10,000. Oh, I would want that. Now, if we were talking millions, I might be tempted. So Wild Saffron saying wouldn't. I don't think wouldn't instead of would. Agreed, bad juju for essentially 4 figures. Other people saying it was a drug money drop. I wish Slim Chickens was still here. I've never had Slim Chickens. Popeye's chicken is the shit. I don't mind it. Brett McCarp. 12s are, now everyone's saying 7, 11, now it's 12. He's trucker 18-wheeler. The money was definitely for a drug deal or something. Well, we don't know that. He chose to be a blessing to the person who left the money. He looks like, I don't know that he looks like Brian. He found 40K, jokes on them. I would have taken the money for the reward. I suppose if you take the money, you're getting the reward plus, like, like $9.5 kind of right behind it. So good morning, says Alan. It's a little later here, but good morning to you, Alan. I hope everything's going great in your neck of the woods. We've been at it for an hour. We got 2.5 hours left of show for you lovely guys. Obviously, I'm by myself. Our Lady Digger won't be here today, tomorrow, or Thursday or Friday. I won't be here tomorrow, and I'm probably starting late on Thursday. I'm going to feel like shit, and I'm going to look like shit on Thursday because I've been sitting in an MRI tube for God knows how long. Unless, of course, I get home at like fucking 4:30, and then it won't matter. Slim's closed because crackheads were running the store. Is it weird now that I want like store surveillance footage. I imagine, like, I don't want to eat there. I don't want to go there. And I don't want to force it on a community. But I kind of want to see what a chicken shack run by crackheads looks like. I kind of want to see, like, again, in a weird, like, fish tank sort of way, I want to see, like, Cracklin' Chicken's chicken shop. Like, I want to see crackhead chicken. Local takeout spots are better than fast food chains. There is one place I like, but I think they are a chain. Like Ippin Ramen, I'm pretty sure is a chain. I need to go support them sometime soon to make sure I don't lose my only ramen. It's my only ramen connection in the goddamn city. Oh, there's an idea. But yeah, anyways. So we have 2.5 hours of show for you. We got a lot to get to. Not going to lie, the crackheads made pretty good chicken, says King Kong Dong. Well, one, either A, the crackheads chicken is going to be the bomb, or it's going to be a total disaster. But it's going to one or the other. It's a 50-50 flip of the coin. Gods laugh at anyone who has a plan. But that chicken is either going to be out of the park or it's going to be absolute dog shit. But I just feel like crackheads doing crackhead things, I'm like, Tweaker Chicken sounds like it would be fun to... Tweaks Chicken. They just closed one of the ramen joints near me. That's horrible. Oh my God. I feel like I need to go to a ramen joint in solidarity because that's not acceptable. Alrighty. Strung out chickens. That would be horrible. Oh, strung out. I want to see them strung out. I want to see them all cracked up when they're in their main crackiness. I ordered a meal from a pizza spot. Once they forgot, my wings came back with 2. Okay, cool. Great. St. Joseph, Minnesota grilled cravings is fantastic. Well, that's a bit of a trek. I don't know that I want to go that far. And I don't know that I have that kind of money to spend. You know, some things you gotta budget properly. I've been trying to cut back on the budget. A lot of my financial work the last few months, cut back on the budget. I've been dining out less, but I've been taking advantage of the rewards points things. Like that's where, like if I have rewards for something and if I don't, like waiting for deals, that sort of stuff. There is a Korean fried chicken place I want to try in Maple Grove. What's different about Korean fried chicken? I feel like fried chicken is pretty much fried chicken. The seasoning's going to vary a little, but I don't know, like, what Korean herbs and spices. Is it going to blow your mind? I don't know. I don't think so. Just more fried chicken. Anyways, we have, this isn't Korean. We have a guy who's Japanese and a pretty famous baseball player named Ichiro Suzuki. Now, in Seattle, Japan, and other places, he's pretty famous. Apparently, the Mariners put up a statue unveiled a statue they put up of him, and it went karmatically great. So this is for Ichiro Suzuki. I'm probably saying that wrong. So now this is for the Mariners. Everyone's so happy about this dude. He's a great player. Honoring him, I'm guessing a baseball statue.
A drum roll, please. We're going to count down from 51.
Fuck off.
No, we're not. Here we go. You ready?
And they have a Japanese. Why does it have to be a Japanese guy to get it there? All right, I guess. Japanese guy. Everybody else.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They bent his bat. Oh no. It didn't even hold for a minute. I can't believe. Oh no. Because that's the bat fully erect.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is.
Bentcarrot.com, my friend. Bentcarrot.com. If they, oh shit, fuck me, they're not showing it. Fuck me. This is the problem with this. I got used to Digger being my backup for this. Can we see it? Yeah, fuck it. I'm having a day, man. Alan Morning Hun, we can't see number one. We can't see shit, Johnny. Yeah, I'm aware. Like, everybody's chatting it. I'm now aware. I forgot that it wasn't flipped over.
Down from 51.
Oh, fuck off.
5, 4, 2, 1. Here it is.
So it started there. It started there.
4.
It went there.
Statue of one of the greatest players in the history of the game.
They bent his fucking bat. And now it looks like it's spinning. Oh, he's so proud of himself. We're all glad you enjoyed it by yourself, Johnny. Way to ruin a segment, buddy. You know what? Yeah, maybe I should just fucking call it a day. Just whatever. Anyways, so yeah, there's anyways, let's close that out and move on from there then, I guess. Everybody's done with that. They were more enjoying the ripping on me part for forgetting to switch the screen over. Hey, how are you, Digger? Oh, hey, yeah, great to see you. Good. Everybody having a good time. We have a video from a Korean Easter pageant. Don't worry, I'll link this one too. And nothing beats Charlie Kirk Memorial Busted or the Ronaldo statue. I don't know what the Ronaldo statue was, but I will say bending the bat. I thought like something got caught. It's just no, it was not ready for that. That looks too much like my paddle. It was way, way more crooked. I need to copyright strike that bat. Why? Oh, well, that's why. I don't think you can. His one, your paddle is straight, sir. Your paddle is completely straight. There's no angle to it at all. That thing was crooked as fuck, bent right at the wrist. All right, so this is from Easter in Korea. It took a while for this to circulate the world. Apparently, they celebrate the rising of the return of Christ and his ascendance into heaven a lot different than the rest of us. All right, okay. All right, I get you. He went, yeah. What's pulling him up anymore? Are they doing like a human? Is this a human sacrifice? Are we gonna sacrifice him in an honor? Like, dude, the scaffolding, it's all. Where are you taking him? He can see China from here. South Korea is really... Wait, what do you mean? Just keeps going. He does just keep going. Is this AI? This is AI. The fuck is this? An Erica Kirk entrance? No. This is, it says right on top, Eastern South Korea hits different. He just kept going. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it. This is a 1.5 minute long video. We're into a minute, and he's pretty high up there. He's pretty high fucking up there. Digger's like, I love this song. Even in Korean, I know it. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're enjoying the song. I am not trying to mock or insult the religion at all. I'm just saying, what the heck is the gimmick here? Like, you guys can't actually ascend him into heaven. He is an actor, a prop, a stand-in, It's a celebration, but where is he go? Are you just going to drop him off on a high rise nearby? Are you going to deposit him Jesus in the park? Like what? He obviously has no fear of heights. He's got to be. Because if you do have a fear of heights, this is shitting yourself territory. Nope, we're flying on. We're getting to the... What do you mean, wait for it? Wait for what? Wait for it. You mean wait for it. He never went... He just kept going up, and they panned over. The wire snaps, and he falls. I don't know what the wait for it is part. And if there's no wait for it part, you should be punished. That's not okay. Where did they put him down? I have so many more questions now. Where did they put him down? Did the people around him even know what was happening? I feel like at this point they could drop him a couple blocks away and somebody's like, hey, what's all that about? Like, that's just a weird way to go. He went up and out. We won't see him again for 3 more days, and then he will return. He just kept going. Now I want more of that video because I want to see him stop ascending. I want to see them actually have to put him down. Thank the Lord he didn't have diarrhea. Wild Saffron, that is probably a very good thing, but I'm just a weird... Is he stuck up there? He's at the behest of whoever's behind the controls. The part that got strange for me is for quite a while, I couldn't tell what he was connected to. Where were the wires going? He was just floating up, and I'm like, holy crap, is God literally lifting this man? That is surprising. Nope, just a giant fucking crane. Saint Caesar has the worst one of all. The wire snaps and he falls. You want him to fucking fall to his death? That's horrible. Why would you want that for a person? That's not a way to be. He's just out helping a good old Easter celebration, and the motherfucker ain't attached to nothing for the longest time. And then they just drift him down the block. Like I said, it'd be really great if somebody's just like, you know, a valet or whatever, and then all of a sudden just Jesus gets dropped down in front of you, and he just kind of like unhooks and walks in like, what's up? Just like he owns the place. It's like, you can't hate it. It's not the worst idea. Just as soon as he gets down, they move him a couple blocks over and they drop him at, let's say, for the sake of argument, at Chick-fil-A. He just lands, unclips, and he just looks at him like, what's up? And he goes in, and because it's a Chick-fil-A, they're immediately going to recognize him. They'll give him a free sandwich. And he'll share it with everyone. But yeah, diarrhea would be the worst thing to have on there. The other thing, well, I'd say second worst. I still feel like an anxiety towards a fear of heights would be the worst thing to have. Diarrhea, close second. I feel like the crowd is really more the one that has a problem with you having diarrhea because they're literally downwind. But you, I mean, you can't help it. You know, you're supposed to feel bad about it. Maybe he had a jetpack. I saw the wires. I saw the cables. They just went up and up and up into black nothingness for so long before it finally panned over and we saw like a lighting backlight the arm of the crane. But by that point, he was like a block and a half away. And I was like, is this dude literally flying? Yeah, it's at that point, it's so crazy. I still have no idea why he had to go so far. Does that make you, like, this is where I wish Digger was here for this. Does that make you more religious when you raise, during your Easter celebration, when you raise your Jesus figure up that high? Like, is it a competition? Do they keep score? Do they bet? I bet they bet on it in heaven on which one. Bet on it in heaven. Get it? All right. Jesus is the hide and seek champion. Well, that guy looked like he was auditioning for the Avengers, okay? Because he literally just floated up into the sky. Maybe he is Asian Jesus. No, he's literally Asian Jesus. He's South Korean. I don't think you get more Asian than being South Korean. I feel like Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, all those are all flavors of Asian. South Korean's in there. I don't know how you get more Asian than South Korean. R.I.P. Digger, says MSO. She's only gone for 4 days. She's only been exiled from the internet for 4 days, and then she'll return. Although she does pop up in the chat every once in a while. You know, like a weird groundhog. Just looks around. Prairie dog actually be a better one. All right, so we had that story that was fun. I wanted to do that with Digger yesterday. We didn't get a chance to. We had a story she sent us, and then I've got this rip and read. We'll do the rip and read first about this bill in Germany. I'm really worried if this is true. I'm taking Europa.com at their word right now, but supposedly Germany's government is proposing a bill that could block people from buying homes if they're suspected of anti-constitutional allegiances. And apparently the draft would give local authorities the refusal to buy property and allow intelligence agencies to share personal data to vet buyers. So let's see. Does this take us to the article? Nope, that doesn't take us to the article. We'll go back to the article then. Eat a dick. Apparently from the article, under the proposal, first reported by NIAS news outlet, local authorities would gain a right of first refusal over real estate transactions if authorities believe the person is suspected of vaguely defined anti-constitutional views. To make this possible, the government also plans to amend the Federal Office for Protection of the Constitution Act, allowing the domestic intelligence agencies to share personal data with municipalities for the purpose of reviewing prospective buyers. So you're literally saying the government gets to choose whether you can buy a house? The Office of Protection of the Constitution, the BFV, is Germany's powerful domestic spy agency, which has been tasked with surveilling alternative for Germany. Members in certain federal states have been implicated in a number of scandals, including the creation of hundreds of right-wing extremist fake accounts. So the AfD is a growing party in Germany and has the express goal of stopping mass... Okay, so now they're saying if you express those opinions, they won't let you buy houses? Oh, dear Lord. That is shitty. In other words, those deemed to be extremist within German political spectrum could have housing denied to them, although in practice, repressive efforts may focus on those on the right due to the backer of the bill, SPD being notorious for supporting left-wing extremist causes. The bill explicitly cites right-wing extremist sentiment strategies as a key motivation, noting that the civil society responses alone are insufficient. So you have to build a bill to go after right-wing people? Dude, Germany is fucked. Oof. They are not doing well over there. Red Scooper, oh shit, she better watch out. She did make public where she was traveling. Oh no. Officer Krupke is not arrested, Digger, Red Scooper. I don't think she was arrested. I'm pretty sure she's just doing a friend a favor. And I'm spacing out like crazy because I want to fall asleep so fucking bad. I just want to lean on this like, hey, let's just take a nap. Let's just sleep for a bit. And the question is why? The medication's supposed to be fixing that problem, not making it worse. Not making it worse. Is he stuck up there? Nope. The Lord didn't have, jetpack. Okay, we got that. We got all of them. So yeah, Germany's bill would ban home purchases for people with the wrong political views. I I don't know. Call me a fan of how things are supposed to technically work in America. I mean, I'm sure we'll see something like that proposed eventually, but I just feel like you shouldn't be banning people based on political views for owning a home. Now, if you've done some sort of radical act, like, well, maybe we can talk, but even then, like, if you're not in jail for a crime, I feel like you should be able to own a home. That should be a thing you can do, because otherwise, what the fuck else are you going to do? Just leave you on the street to fuck around and find out? It's a bad idea. We shouldn't do it. Alrighty. We're going again till 4:30, so we have about a little more than 2 hours left in the show for you. We've got a variety of stories to get through and everything, so we'll keep going for the rest of the time. And obviously, Digger has been in the chat, but I haven't seen her for a hot minute, so I'm going to wager that she is either busy packing or literally, no, as soon as I say something, still here, waiting for my ride. Okay, so I guess she's going to let us know when it's time to go. She'll just give us the signal. Because now she's in all three. I'm still here. Johnny's haughty? What's haughty? You mean tired? I'm not, it's not like I'm tired. I got sleep. My body wants me to close my eyes and lay down. That's it. I just feel like I want to lay down. I don't know why. I don't feel hungry. That's the other thing. My appetite disappeared since like 2 days ago. Did I eat yesterday? I ate something. I know I ate something. Is the ride Officer Krupke? Ooh, that would be a twist, St. Caesar, but I'm going to go ahead and guess no. I don't believe the ride is Officer Krupke. Well, if she's still here, then we can do this quick. Digger sent me this story, so we were going to cover this yesterday. People in Canada caught a dude with a briefcase bomb. So I was kind of trying to find a way to ease into this, but let's jump over to it pretty hard and get into it because she's going to be leaving soon. A fucking dude in Canada had a briefcase bomb designed to kill as many people. Alberta RCMP just like randomly stopped the dude. Let's hear more.
An improvised explosive device was found inside a car the RCMP pulled over here in Sherwood Park in the middle of the night on Tuesday. Now, from this photo released by RCMP, you can see nails or screws inside something that looks like a briefcase. They said it was energized, but the battery was not connected. I spoke to a security expert and former RCMP investigator who has seen a number of pipe bombs in his career.
Okay, so wait a minute. So the battery wasn't, so it wasn't live. If the battery's not connected, there's no way he can detonate it. But then again, he was kind of driving around. I don't suppose you'd want it live if you're not using it yet.
Neil LeMay says this is unlike any other he's come across.
I have a question. Is there a reason why you can't just interview him on camera? We have him on camera. He's talking at the camera. Why didn't we just put a mic on? It looks like he's wearing a mic. I can't hear him speak. You're telling me what he said while he's saying it. Why? That is retarded. Dear Lord, why?
It's not in a steel container. He says that would make the device's concussion wave less powerful. So it wasn't meant to blow up a car or damage a building. Instead, he says it was designed to do maximum damage to multiple people. Without having seen the file himself, LeMay believes it would likely have been used somewhere public without security, and he thinks the intended target was probably involved in criminality.
This person has some past experience in making bombs, obviously. He's reasonably good at it. And also, if he was transporting it, heading for his final destination where he planned to plant this bomb, he would have just connected that wire back up at the very last minute before he left. It ejects all of those nails out as shrapnel. Think of them, every one of those, as a bullet capable of killing somebody.
Andrew Timothy Walker was arrested and charged with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, possession of an explosive, impaired operation of a motor vehicle, and resisting a peace officer.
Oh, I do have an addendum to this. I am also being told he had a shovel. He did also have a shovel. He would connect it and then throw it. Yeah, I feel like anyone's surprised that the battery wasn't connected. Like, he got pulled over. He wasn't ready to use the bomb. Briefcase Claymore. What? Is it a briefcase claymore? Well, I suppose claymores are a directional blast. I'm confusing that with the overall intent. So yeah, you're heading up to help a friend. The days he's not feeling well, he's more prepared, more engaged with the audience, and is by far funnier. No sarcasm. Just want him to get some positive comments. Well, thank you. Thank you, Digger. I know, right? Quarter pounder sure has stirred up shit. What do you mean the quarter pounder? I'm now confused. So yeah, Andrew Timothy Walker, 36. Why are we going to get a reason? I want to know why he blew up, or not blew up, why he wanted to blow up, who he wanted to go after. They're saying a hit, I'm guessing, failed to comply with a drug demand. All right, so he knew this person.
The 36-year-old has a criminal history. He's been charged twice previously with making or possessing an explosive device. In both
So you drive around with a suitcase bomb when you have a history of being known to make explosive devices. What? Now at this point, I'd be more impressed if the RCMP didn't look in your briefcase and didn't suspect you when we found out after the fact. Because, dude, like literally when they pull up your rap sheet, what's in the briefcase is my first question if I see you sitting in a car with a briefcase. Immediately, I'm like, what's in that briefcase? I don't want to show that to you. Well, we're going to look. King Kong Dong saying everyone has their own suitcase bomb, I thought. No. Matthew Q saying have a good trip, Digger. She's hoping to. I don't think...
Objection!
Thank you, Nucleatic Gaming. I don't think everyone has their own suitcase bomb. When it comes to suitcase bombs, I've seen, what was it? Seen one in a movie where like the two chemicals mix and they had to throw the thing out into like a river. I've seen another one in Law Abiding Citizen, which I firmly disagree with the ending of that movie. The bad guys won. That's the problem with the Law Abiding Citizen movie. But and then in this particular case, I don't think everyone has their own. I really don't. I feel like, especially if you have a record of it, though, when you get pulled over, they're looking at your fucking briefcase.
October 2021 and November 2021. One charge was withdrawn and the other resulted in a 120-day prison.
What was it? Batman versus Superman blowed up the courtroom. Batman versus Superman was the wheelchair. There was a guy who got hurt because of Wayne Enterprises building like crumbling down during Superman's fight with what's his nut. And so he hated Superman left, right, and sideways. And Lex Luthor gave him a high-powered wheelchair that had like a stand function. So he could stand and face Superman face to face in the eye. And the whole thing was loaded with explosives. Because, of course, once he rolls up to the security checkpoint, they just wave his chair through. Because why should we invest? That's a thing where now I'm going to get upset if at security checkpoints they aren't more like fastidiously checking the chair. Because, guys, it's in every movie they use the chair as the decoy. Like, nobody suspects the chair. Aliens 3, nobody suspected the chair. Or no, 4. Aliens 4, nobody suspected the chair. He had a shotgun hidden in that thing. Nobody suspected the chair.
Sentence. He was also charged with manslaughter and unlawful confinement in the 2021 death of Donald Blizzard. Those charges were withdrawn, but Walker pled guilty to interfering with Blizzard's remains. Neither the RCMP
Did he blow him around?
nor Strathcona County made anyone available for an interview today.
Oh, that's a shame. Johnny's reading it funny again. Reading what funny again? It's reading out of context again. It's a whole bunch of things. I can't tell. I can't tell. I got 3 chat windows. Whole swarm of ants just invaded my lab, says Brian. That's a horrible thing to hear. The Flash TV show wheelchair to power the Reverse Flash. That's not really relevant, but yeah, still the same thing. I'm doing it, Johnny. Good for you. I'm glad you're doing whatever it is you're doing. Oh, you're making your... I wouldn't announce that you're making your own suitcase device. It's not a good idea. Putting away our snowblower. Oh, you're putting away your snowblower. Well, then that means if it snows, it's all your fault. If it snows in the near future, it is entirely your fault because you put away the snowblower. You knew what you were doing. You knew what would happen. You knew you tempted fate and Father Time, or what's the weather one? I don't even know. Either way. Old Man Winter. There we go. Pablo Pacheco, what are you asking? You young love between Johnny and Digger. When do we get to see the wedding? We're working on being in the same area. I have an appointment this Wednesday that is aiming at pushing that goal closer to completion. So hopefully we'll get this figured out soon. Wait, Wednesday's tomorrow. Tomorrow. I have an appointment tomorrow. So that's the thing. And then, like I said, on the same side of the same line. I'm not really super picky about that. I have one person I want to stay here for. That's it. I got one person tying me down. But if that weren't a thing, then sky's the limit. Who knows? But at any rate, that's the last one from there. Hey, we finished our first hour stories in a reasonable manner. We're only halfway through the second hour. That's nice. Matthew Q saying it's going to snow this weekend. King Kong Dong, Mother Nature, right? Mother Nature and Old Man Winter. Those were the two that I was trying to pull up, but my brain was completely spacing on me. Just couldn't fucking land it no matter what I did. And then Digger saying you're jinxing it. Leave it out till the buds are on the trees. Well, the buds are kind of on the trees already. Trees I don't think have like big beautiful buds, but I think they're starting to bud. I know the other day when I was out, I saw birds everywhere. I saw a robin acting like a complete just fucking unapologetic jackass, just splashing around in a puddle on the ground. And I was like, is that water really clean? You're bathing yourself in a puddle of God knows what. But he was happy as can be. We have green on our trees here, says St. Caesar. Good for you. That's not here. I was speaking here locally. Other people have buds on theirs. We're a little behind the times. It's been cold here recently. What do you expect? Shrinkage is a thing. All right? I can't help it. That's the second hour story. All right, so we did all the first hour stuff. I was about to grab that. We got some fun stories for the second hour as well. We're going till 4:30 today. I am not going to be doing a show tomorrow afternoon simply because I have appointments. So we'll be doing the appointments tomorrow afternoon, and then I'll be back on Thursday, I believe. But that may be a complete and utter shit show because we'll see what happens with the MRI. So we're going to get snow on Saturday night. I don't want snow this Saturday. I do not want snow this Saturday. I don't want tornadoes. Yeah, Brian says we're getting tornadoes tonight. I believe the tornadoes are out of our neck of the woods and have moved on to yours. But I don't want snow either. I like warm weather. I enjoyed not wearing my jacket this weekend. I liked driving around with my windows open. So I really want that trend to continue. I don't want to wait to put away the snowblower. I want to know right now that the spring is here. That one was for me. I'm sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our second hour stories. We have some more wacky sports stuff. And the undergrad or new graduates underemployed report. We've got a video of a guy who was having a lot of fun at a rodeo, at least up until the end. So that'll be one thing that we're doing. And then we have a fun little pet video in our, I know it's second hour, but we have a fun little pet video there as well. Fun little pet video as well. The one bitch about warm weather is wasps getting in the house because they are cunts. Do you get a lot of wasps? If you're getting a lot of wasps, they got to be around you. They're not traveling far and wide, so maybe check around your trees for a wasp's nest. Do wasps serve a real purpose, like in the environment? Like, do they get rid of mosquitoes? Or I know dragonflies do. Is that something wasps do too? I've had 5 in my room this week alone. Then you're close to a nest, my friend. What do wasps do in nature? Do they get rid of mosquitoes and other insects, or they just... Because they don't do pollen, right? Like, trying to think. Nothing. Bees are important. Bees are important, yes. I agree with you, St. Caesar, wholeheartedly. Bees are important. I wanted to have a hive here when I first moved here. I wanted to have a hive outside. Bees are totally important. They're a very, very important insect. Like, pollination is a thing because of the honeybee. So I'm just curious where wasps land, because they don't, again, they don't do, they're just the retarded cousin. Well, then they're the predatory one. But you know what? Since St. Caesar's the only one answering this, I'll look it up myself. What do wasps do for the ecosystem? Wasps are crucial for the environment as apex predators that manage pest populations and as accidental pollinators. They consume roughly 14 million kilograms of insects, such as caterpillars and aphids, each summer, protecting crops. Additionally, they pollinate over 960 plant species, providing immense, often undervalued, ecological and agricultural value. So I'm sorry, St. Caesar, but you full of shit. I call bullshit. Wasps are just annoying cunts. No, they are, like I said, they are predatory bees. They protect the crops in a whole new way, just in a less direct pollination system. So there you go. Problem solved. I have found a live woolly caterpillar yesterday. Wrong time of year. He had to be out in the fall. He should be out in the fall. Snowblower banded to the pallet. Put it on the rafters till November. Oh, no. King Kong Dong, if you put it up in the rafters, you are really tempting Mother Nature. You're really tempting Mother Nature. I'm going to be in Alaska this weekend. Good for you, Trucker 18-Wheeler. Sounds like fun. You're going to be in Palma. Wasps land on your face. Well, wasps don't give a shit about you. They will fuck with you. I agree. Wasps are assholes. I mean, I don't know that I would walk up to one and say, "You're a cunt." But wasps are absolutely assholes. I assume they served a purpose. Like, there are very few species that serve zero purpose in the ecosystem. You're either food or you're something that eats food. And in the case of wasps, they ain't food. So there's something by definition that eats food. So I was curious what that food would be. He's flying up there. Well, good for you. Have a fun trip this weekend, sir. My dad got rid of a nest recently and got stung twice. Well, I'm guessing there's another one nearby if he got rid of a nest and you're still having problems with him. Probably more of them in the area. They don't just pop up out of nowhere, so unless they've been living with you the whole time. Have you checked the house? Have you gone from stem to stern? Check the rafters. Check the basement. Check under your bed. Right now, go do it. Ice road truckers type of gig? No, you can't do ice road trucking right now. There's no ice for roads. We done melted all the ice. At least I believe so. I believe all the ice is melted. Alrighty. This next clip we have is from soccer, which is a sport I don't normally watch. But apparently, a penalty kick was absolutely hilarious, so it made the rounds on the interwebs. We've got a couple of it might be hilarious. Got a couple of pictures that looked interesting. We checked the loft and everything. Must be a neighbor problem. Ooh, some neighbor who's got like a garage, or you'd call it a garage, but like got a garage or something he doesn't check into, and there's just a big old fucking wasp nest. It's just ass loads of them pouring out of there all the time. So this was in Paraguay. Was it yesterday? Yeah, they're saying the day before yesterday. This is Paraguay the day before yesterday. The striker missed the penalty, and then the opposition player smashed his... Oh. So this is a penalty shot in Paraguay. So it's a penalty shot in Paraguay. It looks like this guy's the kicker because he's the only one who's like really winding up. Never mind, he's the kicker. See why I hate soccer? Can't even tell. You're all on the line. All right, so you've got the ball. It's a penalty kick. It's you versus goalie, mano a mano, one-on-one. Hold on a second. These guys are two different teams, right? Like, the white jerseys... That's the other problem I have with soccer. Why is the goaltender a completely different color? Who's the fucking red team? Is this Chinese checkers? What the fuck am I watching? Why? Wait a minute. So this guy and this guy and this guy, they're on the same team, right? You guys and you guys are a different team, right? How many teams are on the field? Soccer is a gay sport. Red Scooper, looking at this clip, I would agree. This is so confusing. Just on the outside looking in. You have a goaltender all in red. I have no idea. That guy bet on the other. I think he means the other team. The white team are home. The black kits are away. All right, so I was right. These are opposite teams. So first the enemy team murdered your goalie. Actually, that's the secret. He went down for it, missed it, took a ball to the chest, possibly face, and then you just smash it in. Yeah, you guys, you should all get together and celebrate because he is such an amazing player. This guy's like, you had one job, Tim. You had one fucking job, Tim. One job. Your job was to not kick the ball into the net while I'm on the ground holding what's left of my cojones in my pants because I just got hit in the fucking abdomen with a full power soccer kick. I gotta watch that again. Oh, why is this a minute long? We get to the thick of it pretty hard on. Do they celebrate that long? Oh no, we've got another angle. Okay, never mind. We've got multiple angles. Let's go back. All right, I don't need to hear yo goal. All right, so they're getting back. All right, let's celebrate it. I want to see the other angles. He is again. He's so pissed. That guy's like, oh my God, I just completely screwed our team. In a 0-0 game, I put one in for the other team. Your guys' score was 0-0. And then you showed up. I feel like that's going to really ruin your night. You should feel like absolute dog shit. He's pissed. They're happy as fuck. All right, everybody, let's get back to this. I want the other angles. All right, here we go. Everybody's racing in. Goaltender blocks the shot. All you had, dude, there was nobody there. There was nobody there. He slipped like a deer trying to stand for the first time. And he just slid in his shame. Nothing? Yeah, dude, you had nobody there. You were reacting way too fast. There was nobody there. This is an even funnier angle to watch him with the kick. He put so much into that kick, he tripped himself in midair. He tripped himself up here. Watch his feet. Boom. His feet tripped himself up here, and he had to just flop out onto the ground. But at least then he saw what an amazing shot on net he provided. Oh! Never mind. The other team scored with their face. You shot it into his face. And it went into the goal. This whole time, I did not realize they shot him in the face, right in the face. It hit off the guy's face. Yeah, it hit off. It bounced fettuccine al poo-poo. You're right. It hit off right off the guy's face and straight into the goal. So there we go. Oh, and now we got a slow-mo.
2-0. Había tapado bien Fragueda. Quiso sacar con violencia Chapa Martínez.
Okay, so they didn't even catch the part that mattered there in that slow-mo.
Quiso sacar con violencia Chapa Martínez. Fragueda.
Yeah, he already knocked the ball in, so that's already out. Oh, man. Do they call that a bank shot? Is that even legal? That's allowed in soccer? You can inadvertently score against yourself so long as you touch the opponent first? I feel less bad for the guy, though. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds he has the perfect facial features to just thrust that in on the net? But the goaltender's also down, too, so the net's wide open. But, yeah, what are the odds? There has been some funny own goals over the years. I'm sure there has been. I call them out when they kind of make my way, or make their way, not my way, make their way to my purview in the YouTubes and the internets. And we pull them out and we watch them, we laugh at them. We do it with baseball, we do it with hockey. We talked about the dude who got hit in the head with a hockey puck the other day. So, you know, we get it all when it shows up to us. Alrighty. So we're going for another hour and a half. Thank you for being here. We're happy to have all of you fine folks. But I would be remiss if I didn't say our studio sponsor, who we have until this May 8th is the next funding show. Our studio sponsor this month is King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. Because one time, King Kong went to Hong Kong to play ping pong with his ding-dong. And now you can relive that great moment of sports history by having your own King Kong Dong ping pong paddle. Every ping pong paddle is certified as a King Kong Dong replica paddle. Balls sold separately. All right, anyways, so there we go. That's our studio sponsor. Yellow is the ref. Well, I kind of figured yellow was the ref, which first of all, let's go back to that. Yellow's the ref, and let's be clear, that's also really confusing. Like, put your refs in zebra outfits the way God intended. My balls still attached, says King Kong Dong. Unfair advantage when I play. Yeah, because all you have to do is twist your hips. It's an amazing paddle. Anyways, so we've got all that stuff covered there. I don't know why I feel like this. It doesn't. I've had some weed at the beginning of the show, but that's not. I'm not high, and I don't smoke enough for that to be a thing. That's just weird. Weird that this whole thing has happened, and I feel surreal and just not quite real. That's what surreal means, right? Duh. Anyways, so he scored off his chin. That was pretty good. We had this report we wanted to get to. We were talking about it earlier. Are the ping pong paddles used by Forrest Gump? No, Forrest Gump used those lame, tarded regulation paddles. These are longer, more narrow paddles because they're a sharpshooter paddle. You know, you're an accurate ping pong baller when you're using a paddle like this. So King Kong Dong paddles are replica of his paddles. No, Trucker 18. No. Oh, dang. They take it serious down there. Where? Escobodo scored on his own team, resulting in Colombia getting knocked out of the group stage in the U.S. advantage. Oh, dear Lord. Pablo Pacheco, that is... They killed a soccer player because they lost bets on the game? Ouch. That's intense. You know what? Soccer, I guess in some of the third world countries, soccer is not as lame a sport. MSO spreading lies that she's in Africa. No, there's no exotic meats, so she doesn't need to secure anything. She's not in Africa. So far as I know, I keep smudging my glasses. So far as I know, she is heading out with a friend to do them a little favor quick. She's going to be on a little side adventure that she's got going on for the next 4 days. She'll be able to come back, talk to us, and tell us all about it on Monday. Well, Monday for you guys. And then yeah. We'll have her back on Monday. It'll be fine. But this horrible poppycock about Africa and exotic meats, this is all not a thing. There are no exotic meats. Don't know where you get such crazy ideas. Yeah, that happened during the 1994 World Cup. Wow. No, she's not banging her neighbor, MSO. She is helping a friend. And I don't think it's nice that you keep insisting on that. Colombian player was assassinated for scoring. Yeah. NFL revenue, $24 billion. What does that have to do with soccer players being assassinated by drug dealers? I'm not sure why the NFL revenue came into play. Soccer revenue, $30 billion. Okay. Oh, so soccer has... Yeah, but NFL is only played in America. How many countries are playing football? How many countries are playing American football? The NFL is only in America. I would say that by and large, the NFL is larger than soccer. Because, yeah, soccer has $30 billion, but the $30 billion that soccer is bringing in is from every little nickel and dime place. And apparently FIFA is an incredibly crooked organization. So with the fact that you have $24 billion, only $6 billion less in one market as opposed to the globe? Come on now. Johnny, you need me to get... No, I don't need a 4-minute jingle. He's on a mission from God. I mean, No, she's on a mission from God. She is. I don't know where these things keep going. All right, so we'll get into our next why don't you want to go over there? Oh, it's the cable. Okay. Holy balls. Anyways, all right, so I can name hundreds of NFL players. I can name 3 soccer players. like I said, but like globally, like outside of the fishbowl of America, it's the other way around, dude. Everybody can name soccer players. I feel like America is one of the few places where soccer doesn't take as much of a foothold because we have the NFL and things like that. Football takes a bigger part of our social existence. NFL is global now, 10 games a year overseas, and flag football coming to the Olympics in 2020 or 2028. Flag football. Flag football for the people who think football is too aggressive. Johnny plays soccer. Don't tell anyone. How do I play soccer? My legs don't work. That would be horrible. I'd have to play like wheelchair soccer, and I'm sure there's wheelchair soccer for people in wheelchairs who wanted to keep playing soccer, and so they did that. But I didn't want to play soccer when my legs worked. Why would I want to do it in a wheelchair? I just made some amazing pans here. Nope, for our dinner. Good for you, Ashley. Everybody's talking about food once again, which means I'm going to have to like get done with this show and just make an ass load of popcorn once again. The world doesn't revolve around the United States, Johnny. Those days are long gone. Get your head out your ass. I'm not saying the world revolves around the United States. I'm saying that depending on the way you're comparing it, a market of fewer people providing nearly the same amount of revenue as an entire planet of people means that that market supports that thing more than the average person supports soccer, because the globe is way more people. And the same market that is supporting the NFL also supports soccer in America. So again, it's all contributing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where or how they get these numbers, but soccer has 3.4 billion fans, while NFL has 400 million. So Johnny has a point. Right. The world landed on us. I kind of. It's the Plymouth Rock moment. I don't know if it's hard to figure out where that'll go. Anyhow, there's less people. So they make more. They almost generate the same amount of revenue with way less people. It means the NFL is vastly more successful and more popular than soccer. It's largely, predominantly only in America. I didn't even know that we had branched the NFL out of America. Does anyone ever put up a good fight overseas? If we had a really good overseas game, and then is it the National Football League anymore? Because it's no longer a nation. Now it'll be the Global Football League. Be the GFL. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it'd be the GFL because it's not. It'd be the Global Football League. It'd be the World WFL, the World Football League. Is the XFL still a thing? I don't think so. Probably, but I don't think so. The XFL no longer exists as a separate entity. In 2023, the XFL announced a merger with USFL to create a new combined league called United Football League, or UFL. The UFL began its inaugural season March 30th of 2024. So there's an answer to your question. It's the UFL now. Australia's getting a game this next season. Interesting. Do they compete? Can they compete? That's they don't play a lot of football there. At least I don't think so. All right, checking up King Kong's Pals. There we go. Isn't wheelchair soccer murder ball? No, that was, I thought, wheelchair basketball or wheelchair floor hockey. America invented lingerie football. We win. Is there lingerie in soccer? No, they lose. Well, I mean, that's a weird, like, gradient, but by that metric, yeah, you're right. They don't have lingerie. Lingerie soccer would be lame. Just girls running. Lingerie football, personally, not for me, but I just don't care. There's no team out of the States. They just played 4 games, 1 on Germany, 2 in England, and 1 in Mexico. So they're not United States teams, so it's just like two Mexico teams. You know what? Too confused. Australia play rugby and kickball. Well, they do play rugby, but doesn't mean they can't play football. It's a weird stance to take. Like you can play rugby, but you can't play football, or you can play football, but you can't play rugby. Like, no, you could do both. In fact, I would argue a rugby player, probably the only athlete you're going to have that's going to adapt somewhat well to football. There is somewhat of a similarity there. Oh, it's U.S. teams. You know what? Whatever. Why would you really want to see Megan Rapinoe in lingerie? I don't think so. That's the other problem with the soccer thing is it's like the girls' soccer teams have a reputation. I don't want to see them in lingerie. Football Summer Olympics in 28. Not looking forward to that. I'm going to be honest. Not looking forward to the Summer Olympics with football. I just don't think football needs to be that big of a sport, like Olympic level. And we're going to do flag football, which is kind of the lamest version. But wouldn't we have and I mean, I know it's us, but wouldn't we have a way unfair advantage? Because we can just draft linemen and just put together a pro team. Because imagine the best NFLers you have in the league today, comprising a dream team of athletes, but they're playing flag football. I feel like they are going to crush everybody else. And I'm under a tornado watch right now, says Brian. Well, I hope things go smoothly for you. Remember, I'm sure you know this, being a Midwesterner, but if you're in a tornado watch, get to the be ready to head to the center most secure place in the building, basement if possible, and just kind of duck and cover. Just another the girls' soccer team will have to do. No, dude. Why would you want to see? I wouldn't. No offense. I wouldn't want to see half of those. There's a lot of butch lesbians on the team. Let's just be honest. And I don't want to see them naked or doing sexy stuff. I don't know about you, Saint Caesar, but my whistle doesn't do nothing for fucking butch lesbian ladies with short hair. I don't mind a bob cut on the right chick, and I don't mind a chick who's like a badass and don't take no shit. But at the end of the day, if you're anyways, the NFL is only allowing one player from each team to go. Oh. One player from each team. That seems like a really weird rule. Do we ever do that with hockey? I don't think so. 3 years ago, I was streaming with Kaiser and Mighty Meat when I was hit by a tornado. Well, the fact that your comment came in twice makes me a little worried you got hit by a tornado while you sent it, because you just sent it twice. Which, could be the system and not you. But either way, hope you're okay. I would certainly like it if you weren't hit by a tornado while I'm streaming. I'd like to not be hit by a tornado while I'm streaming. Though, saying that, the skies look clear. The weather the weather outside is not frightful. In fact, the skies look downright delightful. And then as soon as I'm done with the show, I can go. I don't know where, but I can go. I don't know why that sent twice. It doesn't matter why. It happened. We all saw it. The NFL, there's also the NFL European League, but that league is so small. I think it would be funny. Not going to lie, I'd love to see Sophie play ball. Nah. I don't know. Brian, we had an F4 back in 2010. Took out half the town. Over 1,000 homeless. You still have over 1,000 homeless people? That's sad. You might want to address that. That sounds like a serious problem. That sounds like a lot of homeless people. And that was in 2010. It's been 15 years. What are you waiting for? An NFL European League, I bet it sucks. I kind of think it would. I feel like a European NFL League would suck balls. But you know what? I could be wrong. We've all played Madden as we were children, so I don't know. It's just when you think about the people we have in the NFL, do you have a lot of that kind of caliber of athletes in your neck of the woods? And I mean size and shape, I don't know, who knows? The Irish get hammered pre-game and go apeshit. So they're Irish. Like, I don't know. Why do people have the need to be like, yeah, these Irish people get drunk? No, that's called being Irish. I feel like different people do it at different times, but almost all Irish people feel free to tie one on. It's kind of a part, it's almost a part of their heritage at this point. We like to take a potato and make a wee bit of hay. Anyways, let's get over to this Bloomberg study. We have a couple of things left from the second hour to get through. Then we have our third hour stories. We're going for another hour and a half with you lovely folks for today. And if you are just joining us, a quick reminder, I won't be here tomorrow. I am going to be going to an appointment, and I think I'm going to probably get a haircut taken care of while I'm out too. But yeah, I'm going to be at an appointment that's going to take a while, and it's going to be in the middle of doing the show, so we're just going to miss that. Have you ever gone to a professional lacrosse game? No, Emma, so I've never been to a professional lacrosse game. I will say this, lacrosse is a sport that I was curious about, but one of the things that always weirded me out about lacrosse is it always looked like you guys were running around with nut cups on a stick. You just got these weird little scoops, and so that was it. But wasn't lacrosse kind of the sport they used for the rollerball movie? Isn't rollerball quintessentially kind of lacrosse? Just on rollerblades. My entertainment is sorted this weekend. Oh, good for you. I'm glad you're going to have a good time. I'm going to take my wife's car tonight, put my car in the garage. I don't want hail damage on my car. That's a dick move. Does your wife have a junker? Because what if your wife doesn't want hail damage on her car? No, I've never been to a wrestling show. I've only seen them on TV. So yeah, I would like to, I'd like to think, you know, if she doesn't want hail, like, is she going to be apprised of this situation? Does she know that you're doing this? There's a wait, what? No, yeah, St. Caesar, not Caesar, Mr. Q, you're kind of on the same page as me. There's a professional lacrosse league. The checking and hitting with the sticks is crazy. Yeah, I kind of thought so. I always thought lacrosse, they have seizures when handling the ball. I don't know. Are you allowed to run with the ball once you catch it with your little scoop? My sports car or her Hyundai Kona, easy choice. You have a sports car? Well, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad you have a sports car. You also have like a high-end education. Apparently, according to a recent Bloomberg report, 43% of American college graduates are now employed in jobs that high schoolers could land because companies won't hire them. Per the report, 43% of undergrads are underemployed. The study was conducted by Bloomberg and the New York Federal Reserve Bank, approaching nearly half of college-age graduates being underemployed. They thought they did everything right. They took on debt, sat through 4 years of lectures and labs, pulled all-nighters to write papers and cram for exams, and finally earned their college degrees. Now they're left working jobs that high schoolers could land, ringing up customers at clothing stores, pulling espresso shots at coffee shops, and nannying to make ends meet. They made up almost 43% of U.S. graduates aged 22 to 27 as of December 2025, up more than 3% from last year, and the highest rate since the pandemic, according to the New York Federal Reserve Bank. One person responding to the story saying, two STEM masters, but no one will hire me. I have 20 years of experience. Yeah, that's the thing that we've talked about this a lot, Starbucks barista. Right, like having experience in your job field, it seems like even that isn't the thing now. Like, what are you... It used to, and that's the whole thing. Like, why are the institutions that pitch these degrees not on the hook for this? Like, they still have to pay back their education with the whole argument of, well, we gave you the education we promised. Like, right, but you also said I'd be able to use this as a job. I'm not allowed to. I'm not able to. I thought rollerball was based on that Aztec ball game. I don't know. I just remember I watched Rollerball once, and that seemed vaguely similar to lacrosse. Officer Krupke saying, I have Digger. That's why she isn't here. She was in the chat earlier. She was in the chat earlier, so I'm going to have to press X to doubt on that, sir. She was in the chat earlier. So she's not there now, but she was in the chat earlier. Master's degree, 7 years experience. I have had 0 issues, says Brian. Some people are claiming that's not the case. Some people are saying, like, again, this one guy responding to this story, this Jay Harrison person saying 2 masters, 2 STEM masters. But STEM, what do you mean STEM masters? Masters in what? Science, technology, what, English or math? Which is it in? There isn't any experienced talent out there. I have 20 years experience. It's what a lot of people are saying. A big culprit for the woes of recent grads is the imbalance in supply and demand that has been quietly building for years. From 2004 to 2024, college completions in the U.S. rose by 54%. But a labor market analytics company said whereas entry-level jobs suitable for those graduates grew by just 42%. So we're outpacing? That's it? Economics say a higher education system that's only recently started to course correct may be the biggest impediment new grads face. For years, schools didn't tailor curriculums and class sizes to correspond to the skills in demand from employers, and students picked up majors that didn't align with the fields, creating the most jobs. Well, that's because, again, they retrain you, which is why you need to have engineering, not English. Oh. So science, technology, engineering, and math? Aren't the first 3 the same thing? And engineering uses a shitload of the math part, so it just seems weird. Penna Bishop, my IT degrees have both been worthless for 20 years. Good thing I'm retired. A computer science degree would be good for this economy. So yeah, but if you don't, but AI is getting rid of that stuff too. MSO saying, hey, Digger, I'm glad Officer Cupcake didn't get you. Oh, did Digger pop back in? Oh, did she pop back in after I read Officer Krupke? Lies, all lies. I just took out the garbage, but I'm still here. Ha, she's still here. We still have Digger. We still have Digger. I don't have a degree. Got stuck in the special class in high school. None of us are surprised at that, St. Caesar. I ironically took the special, special science classes in my senior year because I ran out of things to fill the curriculum because they put me in an advanced placement in science when I went into high school. So I had to have 2 more science credits. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? You want to take basic science? Or you want to take the TARD science class? I took the TARD class and just went, fuck it. As opposed to go into a class where I know all the stuff, I'm going to have to do all the stuff, test on all the stuff, and do all the projects. I'll go to the one that's super duper easy. Fuck that. Open period. Computer science people run AI. They will always have jobs to keep the money flowing until the AI builds the robots that work on the AI, Penna Bishop. They're already getting AI language models to train AI. So it's getting incestuous. Run, Digger, runs as MSO. I don't think she needs to run. Officer Krupke is clearly not there. He's already spread lies once. We're sure we're good. It's the goddamn, yeah, like pretty soon we're counting down to a world of
the goddamn robots, John.
And one way or another, it's gonna get there. I have 2 bachelor. Oh, let's go up here. Lingerie, soccer, NFL. We can all agree nobody wants the yep. There was an NFL in Europe. It was for players that didn't quite make it into the NFL, kind of like the minor leagues. Yeah, there you go. We can move all our farming teams to other countries. I went to a lacrosse game and I felt like I was going to be deaf from the air horn. Well, that's not fun. The higher learning institutions don't teach students how to create their own lanes with what they learn. Okay. Wild Saffron saying Brian is half DEI. I don't support that. I disagree. I disagree. Fuck, I misread that. A degree doesn't guarantee a high-paying position. It just helps you get your foot in the door, and then you have to work your way up. And newsflash, classroom skills are not the same as IRL. Right, but how did, like, a lot of these places, they want somebody with experience. How are you supposed to get IRL experience if no one hires you? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a weird catch-22. I went to school, I got my degree in this field, right, but we want to hire somebody with experience. Like, yeah, but I can't be that guy because I didn't get what the fuck is St. Caesar on? But I'm street smart now, and my high school isn't a thing anymore. St. Caesar, you know what? You just keep on believing that, bud. You keep on believing that, bud. Pretty sure at Brian the Science and his degree will be safe. Chemists will be unnecessary for a while yet, in my humble opinion. Well, I wasn't worried about Brian necessarily, but I believe Brian had been espousing some of these same points, explaining how he was grateful he had his job, and the reason he's doing his job while he does his degree is so he has years of experience, so he doesn't get stuck in a scenario where he has a degree but he doesn't have experience, and so he's in a worse negotiating point. He's being very smart as the way he's approaching it, but I'm saying 43% of the other chuds that go to college apparently not having the same luck. My first boss was racist. Over 50% of my... Wait a minute. Was he racist against white people? Because if he was racist, why was he hiring all the blacks? Unless he wants them to, like, get sick from the chemicals, which that is nefarious. First of all, that is not how an appropriate work environment should be run. Secondly, just really go that far? Can't you just ignore them? Can't you just walk on the other side of the street? I have 2 bachelor's of arts degrees and a Juris doctor's degree. The education has been helpful now that I figured out how to monetize the degrees that I earned. Well, that is part of what the article here was saying. Was saying that people are not being, that schools didn't tailor the curriculums and the class sizes to correspond to the skills in the field. So you're going to have to figure out how to make use of your degree, like you said. On the flip side, perhaps, no field has collapsed more dramatically than computer and information sciences. From somebody else had said this. From 2014 to 2024, entry-level openings grew about 6%, while the number of graduates soared by 110%. A host of employers, including Amazon, Atlassian, and Block, have cited AI in recent layoff announcements, but a January report from Forrester highlighted a trend of AI washing, noting that many of the job cuts were actually financially motivated. So they're using AI as the excuse. But yeah, the industry grew 6%, the number of graduates 110. That's going to make it difficult. It's not 4:20 on my time. It's 4:20 your time frame. I got an hour and 3 minutes. Oh. An hour and 3 minutes. Oh, Stream Boo. Oh, hey. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and... See you later, buddy. Don't need you hanging. The CIS and IT degrees during that time got taken over by H-1B visas during the 2010s. Now AI is getting ready to destroy us all. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the coding jobs are largely getting replaced by AI. I've already done stories on AI training AI so it can do this stuff, and people helping keep an eye on the AI, training the AI to make sure the AI is training the AI properly, which is weird. He didn't hire white people because he said he wanted to give black people a chance. Well, if they're again, I don't care if you're white or black. Are you qualified? Are you good at your job? Then guess what we're doing? Like, that's how it works. I don't know when we changed that as a society or why. Why did we have to switch off of it? Why couldn't we just keep things the way it was? Seems great. Have it be a system based on merit. The content of your character, not the color of your skin. That's just all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just seems like it's such a simple solution. Anyways, speaking of a character of someone, the content of someone's character, rodeos are one of those things where I would never do it. I would be afraid to do those like mechanical bulls. But the actual rodeos that you see people doing, this is one that I've always been impressed that people do because it is the craziest sport in the world to me. And we have a footage of a guy riding a bronco rather impressively, but I want to reiterate before I press play. He's fine. Like, he's totally fine. He's totally fine. He didn't. All right, yep. Now that horse wants anything but this guy riding on him. Dude, why? I forgot there was a sound drop there. Again, I want to reiterate, he's fine. I want to reiterate, he's totally fine. He wanted to celebrate. He rode him for the whole 8 seconds. What about a rodeo? My kind of sports. Is this common? Do these guys feel a need to... Is this a retarded rodeo? No, he rode the horse. The horse bucked him off. He wanted to celebrate for the time he threw down. He got up to the top of the... This is where bulls must have dented the fence. This fence does not look secure. I wouldn't stand on this to do a backflip, but hey, I'm not this guy. He decided he wanted to. He landed it. Yeah. Go you. Power pushed into the ground. Digger, dumbass, always check both ways before entering the road. Matthew Q, he got his pick of the Buckle Bunnies that night for sure. I don't know. Are you really feeling like hooking up with a lady? Like, right there, yeah, that guy wants to fuck. That guy's ready to fuck. That guy's here to fuck. That guy wants to go home. That guy needs to go to the ER. Like, so I don't think he got his pick of anybody. Again, that guy needs to go to the ER. So he wasn't up to lady time. After two horses ride over you. It's just, I don't think you really want a bone. I don't know, man. Call me old-fashioned. Just kind of kills the mood when I have bruises, internal bleeding, possibly broken bones. Like, I don't know. He's got to have something. He got fucking ransacked by that thing. At the very least, he's nursing a concussion. So, I don't think we want to necessarily go to the lady time for that one. That's not a good way to be. Who wants to throw one? Who wants to throw one in? And what lady is like, yeah, you know, one of your eyes is all black and blue and you look like you just got murdered. But hey, no, I want to hook up with you. Like, you'd be more worried. I'd be more worried you're going to kill him. You're going to finish him off. The horse got him 90% of the way there, and you're going to do the last 10 yourself. Broke my arm and my collarbone. Didn't stop me. Well, you apparently have a problem. You have a really, really big problem. I wouldn't brag about that, is what I'm saying. Ouch, I've seen guys do that backflip thing at a rodeo. Yeah, dude, the backflip thing is cool. You know, you're up high, you got enough time. Woo, looks cool. Again, I would have kind of paid attention to where the horses were before I flipped. Just a thought. Could have worked out well for him. Would have been nice. So we go from rodeos to Texas news. Texas, we talked about this before with a Lululemon like theft, but anyways, cowboy up. Yeah, cowboy up, cinch up your pants and go a chick. Like I don't know. Why is it unmanly after something like getting run over by two horses to be like, you know what? I'm gonna seek medical attention. I'm gonna make sure this wasn't a really painful, bad idea with lasting repercussions. I want to know immediately how much damage I've done to myself and how we can remedy this situation. Why is that? That's responsible. To stay up drinking and bang. I got broken bones, but opposed to seeing a doctor, I'm gonna get my dick wet. Like, okay, chicks dig scars. Yeah, you're gonna have them either way. Doesn't mean you need to plow the chicks while the scars are still fresh. Great to see you this morning. That was a fun show. Well, thanks for saying so. Glad to have you. Glad to have you here, buddy. We're going for another hour, and so we're hanging out for an hour with you fine folks. Since you just got here, I'll repeat this for you. Everyone's heard this a bunch, so they're probably hating me right now, but fuck it. I'm not going to be doing a show tomorrow. I have an appointment, and I'll be I have a couple of appointments actually now. I have a couple of appointments, so I won't be doing a show tomorrow. We will be back for a show, hopefully on Thursday. It might be a little late because I have MRIs, and then Friday we're definitely doing a show. If we don't do a show Thursday or we do it really, really late, we're kicking the goal forward another day, which currently is $45 on the 23rd. So if you want to help out, the Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, all that stuff, as always, is pinned in the top. I keep a occasional glance on it, but it doesn't seem like anything's happened. I'll open the apps just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure we're good. Alrighty, let's go here. Boom. Obviously not. You don't even need to check anymore. If you open the app and it doesn't notify you, then you're good. And we're good. No worries. We'll be here when you get back. I know. I just, I don't like that I'm taking tomorrow off, but like the appointment is literally in the middle of this. And, when she asked me what time to make the appointment, she had limited days available, and this is about helping me move. And so I was like, the first appointment you have. I will rearrange. I said I would rearrange my life to make the first appointment you had, and she gave me the time, and that's tomorrow. And so guess what we're doing? We're rearranging life. He's probably going to go home and fuck his or her male cousin like he was planning a heist. Oh. That's an inside reference. That's a good show. We're almost done. And why'd you have to remind me of that? I have to wait. I'm on the last 2 episodes of Money Heist, and I can't finish it because I promised Digger I would wait. So we're waiting. We have seen all but like the last 2 episodes of Money Heist, and I gotta wait. You know, if you're fucked up or not, don't ask how I know. You mean when the horse rides over you? I would just go with, you're fucked up. It's okay, Johnny. I've got some tinfoil videos to catch up on. I hope everything goes well tomorrow. I hope so too, because like we've had setback after setback, and this appointment is supposed to help with getting past the hurdles we need to get this ball rolling. I heard cousin and I'm back. No. That was Brian the Science, I think. Or no. Nucleatic Gaming saying he's probably going to go home and fuck his her male cousin. Like he's planning a heist. So I don't think it was relevant. Again, he survived. That's all that matters. I'm just glad he's not dead for our amusement. I also was noticing a distinct lack of rodeo clowns. So maybe that was what his job was. Anyways, we have we talked about Lululemon before. People have been really interested in this brand of workout clothes and products to the point where people have stolen the shit and stuff. Well, now the Texas AG is announcing an investigation into Lululemon because of potential forever chemicals. So if you guys have any of this Lululemon stuff, you should be aware. Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, announced on Monday that his office was launching a major investigation into Lululemon, Byogi active wear brand, because there may be quote-unquote forever chemicals in their product. Paxton issued a civil investigative demand, or a CID, to Lululemon US Incorporated as part of a probe into whether the company misled consumers about the safety, quality, and health impacts of its products. However, the investigation comes amid growing research and consumer concerns about the potential presence of PFAS, commonly known as forever chemicals, in clothing. These synthetic compounds have been linked to serious health risks, including endocrine disruption, infertility, and certain cancers. Why did we play Scotland Forever? The horse said fuck off. The horse literally fucked him right off his back. And then him or his friends came back and got him in the end. Lululemon is popular with, saffron, some interesting terms. They're expensive and they steal them to sell online. Well, I know about the stealing to sell online. I know about that. But apparently the Lululemon is a brand that contains some of these PFAS, which I'm trying to think. I thought I knew what that acronym was. I don't know. Other people are saying it's everywhere, not limited to Lululemon especially. It's essentially anything that claims to be water and stain resistant. Well, I mean, that they make plastic shirts that do that. I never understood why their uncomfortable plastic workout clothes were so insanely expensive. Well, because they steal them and they swap them around. But now apparently, what are PFAS? PFAS. PFAS, per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, are forever chemicals used since the 1940s for water, grease, and stain resistance in products like nonstick cookware, waterproof fabrics, and food packaging. They are highly persistent in the environment and human body. They are linked to cancer, liver damage, decreased fertility, weakened immunity. Oh. Health effects of PFAS exposure. Studies indicate that exposure to certain PFAS can cause serious health issues as they can stay in the human body for long periods. The key risks are cancer, immune system, weakened immunity, and reduced vaccine effectiveness, reproductive and developmental illnesses, lower birth weight, pregnancy-induced hypertension, and developmental delays, endocrine and metabolic, high cholesterol levels, thyroid disease, and hormone disruption. Common products containing PFAS are cookware, food packaging, household products, personal care, other firefighting foam. That's the other. So this stuff is in your frickin' clothes. Yeah, I'm just not going to buy Lululemon. That sounds a lot safer to do. It's a farce investigation. If they gave a damn, they clean it properly. Those metals are everywhere, says St. Aaron. Well, I agree with you. They would clean properly, but as far as everywhere, it sounds like they're putting them directly in the clothing. There's got to be enough going on that people are investigating it. Pab Fargo with $4.99. Thank you very much, Pab Fargo, for that. We appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me like that and throw that up here in the YouTube coffer. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. We're going again for another hour here. And then, of course, obviously, tomorrow we will be off. Thursday, I do hope to make it back in time. PFAS, says Wild Saffron. PFAS. You have two S's. That's way too many S's. That's one too many. But I don't know if it's a farce investigation. If they really have the just because we have these chemicals everywhere and we don't do anything about it doesn't mean they're not in here too. That doesn't make it an investigation and a farce. Either way, the report on this has already had an impact on Lululemon's stock prices, which they have seen fall on the New York trading as of Monday after this announcement was made for this investigation. So if nothing else, the farce investigation is having a real effect. It's crushing the brand. I don't know the exact stock numbers, so it might not matter enough, but could. What does an old condom and a woman having a condom spend too much time in your wallet? It's like a weird old dad joke. Alrighty. We have this story to go to. I can't express enough how much I want people like this persecuted. A Wisconsin sheriff is suing a Pakistani American woman who said ICE detained her for 2 days when she was actually at a hotel spa. I'd like to know, I hear a lot of I heard and this person and so stories about ICE detentions in America. I'd like to know how many actual legal immigrants were detained in Minnesota. How many of them that claimed horrible detentions lied, like Ilhan Omar and this lady.
Dodge County Sheriff said Sundance Sonny Nakvi's story was made up, and he's demanding action accountability for what he calls lies.
Sundance
Nakvi. If she wasn't detained by ICE, it's a lie. And I feel like he probably wouldn't come out here saying this shit if he couldn't prove that she was at a hotel spa. Fortunately, I'm sure there's nothing like a paper trail when you stay at a hotel spa.
Was not detained by ICE at any time. She was not transported to Broadview Detention Facility. She was not transported across state lines to Dodge County by law enforcement anyway. She was not in the custody of the Dodge County Sheriff's Office.
Dodge County
She
Sheriff
did
Dale
not
Schmidt
like the ham. She would not eat it out of a can. She would not eat it if it were Spam. She didn't even show up with a plan. Like, how long are we doing this, Dr. Seuss?
in his lawsuit outlining what he calls a hoax allegedly carried out by 28-year-old Sundance Sonny Nakvi. Nakvi's supporters spoke out last month after the Evanston native claimed she was detained at O'Hare Airport by Customs and Border Protection for 30 hours. Her family says she was then sent to the ICE detention facility in Broadview and later transported to a facility in Dodge County, Wisconsin, where they said she was released Saturday, March 7th. According to the lawsuit, Sheriff Schmidt says Nakvi was actually staying at a hotel near O'Hare and allegedly sent text messages from
Look, I hate to play devil's advocate here, but ma'am, if you're going to try and pass it off that the government illegally detained you, don't do things like text your friends about hanging up at the hotel. She was making TikToks? No. TikToks? No. She was in a hotel spa. Vastly different from the I was detained and treated like an illegal immigrant because of the color of my skin story that she's spinning. She was in a hotel where everything that happened to her was by request and consensual. Oof.
from her room.
She checked into the Hampton Inn and Suites.
They've got it on camera. Yes. Because, you know, the police can't look that up.
Rosemont, Illinois, for the entire duration of this alleged event. Travel from the Hampton Inn and Suites in Illinois to the Holiday Inn Express in Beaver Dam was done to complete this hoax. She scammed a victim out of thousands of dollars in pursuit of this hoax.
Oh, dude. She scammed a victim out of thousands of dollars. Here we go again. It's always the I want to help everybody. We all need to be friends people that are scamming. Like, it's always the leaders of Black Lives Matter that are scamming Black Lives Matter. Like, it's always the people you think should be helping you. I was going to say she should have stayed at a Holiday Inn. She did stay at a Holiday Inn. She committed fraud, filed a false police report, which is a felony, says St. Aaron. Yeah, and she apparently used those reports to coax money out of people, which is kind of fraudulent, I guess.
The federal government and the Dodge County Sheriff's Office.
During the sheriff's news conference, he displayed what he says are messages from Nakvi at the time she claims she was in custody. One message says, quote, going to look into this hotel. Another says, in the room now. And then there's this image also shown at the press conference in which the sheriff says Nakvi was spotted at a store in Wisconsin during the time she says she was being held by Dodge County officials. Sheriff Schmidt says this isn't Nakvi's first time lying to law enforcement. Court records confirm a 2019 case in which Nakvi filed a false police report with Skokie PD claiming she was sexually assaulted in a park. She pleaded guilty and did 2 years of probation, and the case was then dismissed. The sheriff personally suing...
So she's got a history of making false police reports. And that, like, I'm sorry, but I'm one of these weird fuckers where I'm like, all right, so you wanted to falsely say you had been detained by police. How about we deport you? You wanted that experience, right? That's what you told everyone happened. You got detained by ICE. How about we detain you by ICE and they deport you? Where are your parents from? I can guess. How about we just, like, no offense, do we need to hold on to pieces of shit like this? Do we need to keep these people around? She was getting a pedicure and cheese facial. Is that a real thing? Hold on. Do ladies really get cheese facials? Like with the spray cheese? Where you spray the can and it just like that kind of. Oh, she's a lying slag. Oh yeah, she's a lying slag. And I really, really think, like, when we get people who lie like this, just deport them.
Nakvi.
There you go. You're deported. Did you enjoy your lie? You're deported. Okay, single guys, she's single. I challenge you to fix her. Dude, I wouldn't go near that with a 10-foot pole. There are so many red flags. She filed a false rape claim against cops. Don't go near that woman. Always have a camera on you so you can videotape your exchanges so you can prove that you're innocent in a court of law, because this lady had no problem falsely reporting cops.
For her alleged defamatory claims against his office. The sheriff also suing Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison for defamation. Morrison held a press conference on behalf of Nakvi last month.
Oh, no. You didn't look in the story and it fit your political allegiance. Uh-oh.
Asked for Sonny's phone number so they could search the facility for her phone. About 10 minutes later, the phone opened, text messages were read, and the phone was turned off, and we lost her location.
The Dodge.
What? He says he has text messages from the time of the event, and we have footage of her in a store. So what, is that footage faked now? That's from, what, a different time? We're going that far to cover up for her? Like, because keep in mind, that's the guy choosing to sue this chick after the second time she's made false reports to cops. I feel like that you have to know that she lied to the police officers. I don't know the case of the first situation, but you have to know that she lied, and then you're like, oh, I'm pissed at this chick, and she pulled this stuff a second time? Absolutely. Yeah, go after her. If she's lying, then fine. I mean, should be easy to prove. If you guys are telling the truth, it should be as simple as finding the records. I don't think our ICE detention centers, like they've been catching flack and shit from people who don't approve of what they're doing for quite a while. I don't think they're too worried about, like, oh no, we've got to cover up that we wrongfully detained this person. Because again, the whole thing of it is, like, I don't care if you're wrongfully detained. Like, we picked you up thinking you were an illegal immigrant. You couldn't show and documented proof of citizenship. Okay, fine. But then once you've proven it, you're released. You're fine. I mean, is it okay? No, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like we're rounding up people and ignoring whether or not they're legal citizens. And that's the biggest part that people seem to skip. It's the legal citizens part. U.S. citizen Sunny Navqua, 28, gained a national attention last month. Yeah, so she did it national attention last month, and now she has a band of supporters that have given her just support and money. So they are both subjects of a federal defamation lawsuit filed by the sheriff. Yeah, dude, if they're saying this horrible shit about you, yeah, I'd totally do it. So the sheriff's launching a full PR campaign against this guy. I hope he wins the lawsuit if she's lying. If she's been lying, and it seems like she has, hope he wins the lawsuit. F that chick. Damn expensive man. She's making a ticket. Lock up the family too for lying. The family didn't lie. The family reported what they believed happened. They said, look, when they didn't hear from her, they said, look, she was whatever. She was on her way from the airport. She said this shit to them. What if she told them everything? What if she told them this and they went along with it? They don't necessarily know she's lying. They might think she was actually detained. But yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. If the family was in on it, then it's on you too. Like, see you later. Glad you were here. It would be fun to see you go. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, so that's there. We have one last story here. What is this? Oh, yeah, we got a fun little animal story. Then we've got some third-hour stuff we can go through. Do we have an animal story that's fun to end on, too? We have a few things in here. A couple of different things. Let's just load up our third-hour stories. I want to save the parrot submarine for the end of the show. I don't know why people want to put their pets underwater, but everybody does. And we keep finding new ways that people are implementing pets underwater. So we have a couple of different things to get into. I might try doing the last one first. First thing we're going to talk about is an osprey that was tangled in a fishing line, rescued from a tree. We have some footage of this. Firefighters in Port Washington Fire Department. Oh, I can't full screen this? Why don't you let me full screen it? They found an osprey tangled in fishing wire, stuck to a tree. So are they going to get the osprey off? They cut the tree off. They got the osprey and the bird's probably, you are freaking out so hard with this going on. I really wish we could full screen this. Damn it. What is this? Oh, that's just a still picture. So they brought the tree in. They saved the bird. That could be dangerous, man. Like, fishing line wrapped too tightly around a bird's leg could really fuck that motherfucker up. How do you deal with the bird? Because the bird isn't very happy to let you untangle him from the line. By the way, guys, I get it, and I'm proud to be an American, but can we take the flag off while we're rescuing the bird? Because it's blowing in his face and driving him nuts, and now I just got shit on with a turd, and it's really gross. I even said ew. What would you expect me to say? I don't want bird shit on my fucking hand. I love the USA. You're welcome. We did the whole thing in spoken word. All right, so let's see this rescue. Come on, save the bird. Oh, we can also check in on our big bear eagles. How are the big bear eagles doing? All right, so we're bringing it down. We're not rescuing the bird. Okay, we didn't want to show that up top. So they brought the bird down. We'll read the story. Firefighters in New York came to the rescue of an osprey found tangled in a fishing line, dangling from a high branch of a tree. Port Washington Fire Department said firefighters were dispatched to the animal rescue call at 11:30 a.m. last Thursday. Firefighters used a lift truck to reach the bird, cut the through the fishing line, and bring the osprey safely down to the ground. The osprey was then turned over to a state-licensed wildlife rescuer for rehabilitation before being eventually returned to the wild. This is last Thursday, and it's already been returned to the wild, so you're telling me this bird is the word. Like, the bird's fine. The bird's good. The bird's okay. The bird is gonna make it. I like I said, hanging upside down, I don't know. Like, how dangerous is that for a bird? I imagine a lot of people, eventually you're going to go unconscious, but you're not going to fall. And that's the thing. It's how much does the bird weigh enough that the fishing wire could cut off its leg circulation? I don't know. Either way, glad the fire department got there. Probably not the call you expect to answer when you're on the fire department. Like, hey, what did we do today? Oh, we rescued a bird from a tree. Wait a minute. What? You mean a cat, right? No. We rescued a bird from a tree. Oh. Don't they normally handle that themselves? No, this one was stuck in a fishing line. We had to go in there and do it. Well, that makes sense. Because, again, birds relatively happy around trees. I'm sorry, but I don't believe the DNR when they say they're going to relocate something. Well, the bird wasn't relocated. It was rehabilitated. And that wasn't the DNR. That was that animal rescue. I don't know, some animal rescue service. And that's also, you're saying here, what is have you had experiences with the DNR in New York? That was in New York. Weird that there's a place called Port Washington in New York. Weird. Just going to say Port Washington in New York, because Port Washington, state of Washington, just a lot of Washingtons. How do you keep them all straight? Stuff has got to get lost in the shuffle between the three. Anyhow, we have that video with that. Let's go here. We have a video. Apparently, we talked. We didn't talk about this. Someone else did. People were fighting over Pokemon cards, and it resulted in a gunshot.
Looking to grow your channel?
No.
Stream on Rumble Studio. Then
Shut
click your live stream
up.
instantly.
New tonight, a man is shot in a Kroger parking lot after an argument over Pokemon cards. This was the scene.
Was it the
the
tinfoil Charizard?
Kroger on Twin Air Drive near Southeastern Avenue. Officers say the person shot was taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. Police also say this was a targeted shooting all over those popular trading cards.
Yeah, of course it was a targeted shooting. And popular trading cards, here's the problem. The popular trading cards were popular with kids way back in the day. Those kids became adults, and now they buy them themselves. And the kids want them too. That's, again, this is the thing with this. They're just cards. The fact that we're taking lives, I'd like to think it was like a high-stakes Pokemon game. And it's like he played a Squirtle and fucked your day up. You know what I mean? And then afterwards, I have to shoot you.
And it's almost like a broken record, but I consistently say when you're having problems, don't work it out with violence like this. Try to work it out by talking. If you can't, turn and walk away and get someone to be
So the fact that we have a police officer giving I keep saying this, but conflict de-escalation kind of tone makes me think this wasn't a robbery. This wasn't like a stick-up job. This is a guy who got in a fight with his friend over fucking Pokemon cards.
a mediator between you, or literally just walk away. It's not worth taking somebody's life or seriously injuring somebody.
I don't know, man. I got a couple of rare. See, I'm literally like Pikachu cards. Like, I don't play Pokemon. I know Squirtle. I know Pikachu. I know Charizard. That's it. Like, I don't know the rest of them. I don't know them at all. They are not popular, says Pat Fargo. Pennsylvania to New Jersey, but it was a Delaware River. 9mm versus Pikachu. I'm guessing the 9mm wins, St. RN. This police chief needs to retire. Yeah, he seems like he's at that point. I'm Getting too old for this shit, Riggs. I'm a Magic player, and we watch the Pokemon players and collectors freak out when they run out of packs of the new set. They'll cuzz out the shop owner. Squirtle beats rock types all day, says St. Caesar. Yeah, I don't play Pokemon. I've never played Pokemon. I have played Magic the Gathering. I've played Magic the Gathering. I like Magic the Gathering. But yeah, this is one of those, they run out of cards. Wait, they'll release more. And here's another thing you need to realize. Part of the reason they run out of cards is that's by design. Like, don't get pissed at the store owners. Get pissed at the companies that are printing limited numbers of these cards so they can be worth more. But then also get pissed off at yourselves because you're the retarded chuds that keep making these cards worth more because you'll pay for that. You'll do that. And you want the cards to be as rare as they are because you want to have the rare card or sell the rare card for money. Either way, you're a part of the game. I hate that, like, oh, I'm going to get pissed at the store owner for doing his job. No. You're part of this shit. I play Pokemon Yellow from time to time. Childhood memories. Fair enough. Every once in a while, I play checkers. Get pissed at the assholes who buy 5 boxes of it, turn around and resell them. Right, and that should be maybe a crime. But this is the other part of the problem. Pokemon knows people do that. They know this shit gets bought in bulk and then resold on the internet. They know people buy these packs, go through them, and take out the valuable cards and resell them. And it fucks over all the little kids. They don't care because they make the money when all the cards sell. You got to sell them. And people got to go buy the new packs. Up, they're gone before we can even get them on the shelves. Oh, no. So, yeah, no, everybody's involved. Everybody's culpable. Everybody's involved.
Police say they detained a person of interest in this shooting. They're also asking anyone with...
Let me guess. The person of interest you detained is a little yellow squirrel.
...information to call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
All right.
Pulled up to the stoplight and...
No. I don't care if you pulled up to the stoplight. You know why you shouldn't have pulled up to the stoplight? Because you're a dick. The man was shot in a parking lot at a Kroger store following alleged... Again, argument over Pokemon cards. And the worst part is it's nerds, man. I'm not saying that makes it okay, but I understand nerds can get awfully irritated and upset over the stupidest of facts. Like, they could have been arguing about the base power or source of a creature's power to the point where one of them shot the other one. Completely stupid argument. But it happened. Cholamander is the Latin Pokemon. I'm going to choose to believe no on that. That seems like it's a slur. Magic doesn't limit their print releases online to avoid the in-person conflict. Again, because it's just this idea that you want to have, but it's a selfish need. The people who want to have these limited releases and stuff like that want to have a card that other people don't. They want, and I understand that need. I go through that in a way in World of Warcraft. I like getting mounts and things as fast as possible so I can have them before everybody else does. And when I have one that other people don't have, I love to be like, look what I got. I understand that, but I don't want, like, other people's access to those things limited. I want them to have the same access and ability to it that I do. And more importantly, I don't want me getting one, meaning someone else can't. And it's a digital thing, so everyone can get them. But still, again, with the cards, that's what you're doing. You're saying, I want to have the card that nobody else has. Well, now it's stabby time because you wanted to have the special tinfoil card before anybody else. My Charizard is bigger than yours, nerd. I have no idea what you're talking about, St. Caesar. The cards are all the same size. I was a Squirtle last night. Brian sent me kneecap pics, says Lapglass. That's what's known in the world as an overshare. And I don't want to, like, this is a safe space. I don't want you to feel like you can't share, but maybe next time don't, though, is what I'm saying. You shoot me and I'll shoot you over Pokemon going to cap you all. Is that supposed to be the Pokemon theme? Because I don't know the Pokemon theme. I didn't watch the show. I know that that the lead character of Pokemon was Ash Ketchum. Really original name. His last name's Ketchum. He has to catch them all. Really stupid. All right, let's go over to this. We've got some videos out of Long Beach that we decided a news report was done on, so we're going to...
Take a look at this video. Mysterious glowing sea creatures caught on video in Long Beach for only the second time ever. Experts say these bioluminescent fireworms rise from the seabed during certain moon phases to spawn at the surface.
So is that jizz? Because the worm is moving and it's leaving a freaking vapor trail. So they rise to spawn. Is this spawning right now? Am I watching some sort of weird worm fuck freak off?
Females swim in circles, lighting up a mucus trail that...
So the females swim in circles, lighting up a snail trail so the males can find them. Great. I didn't realize it was going to go this way when I started. I started and the video started playing, and then he said that they rise to spawn, and I immediately went, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. I can't escape it. First it was lava jizz, now it's fucking glow jizz. People have come up with dark theories on Pokemon over the years. A mom letting her 10-year-old travel the world with no supervision. Yeah, but he can unleash monsters that can do, like, super attacks. So, I mean, I'm not... You know what? Consider the source. Whatever. All right, so, yeah, these worms are swimming in circles, spreading their goo. Ew. Now I gotta go back.
To spawn at the surface. I'm in danger. Lighting up a mucus trail that attracts the males. The rare spectacle only lasts for about 30 minutes, and following the mating ritual, the worms return to the seafloor.
I don't care if it lasts for 30 minutes or not. That's creepy as hell. I believe Pokemon is akin to 1800 slavery. Why? Nothing about them are the same. I feel like you're just saying that to say it, Mr. Q.
To build a tube in which they live until the next moon cycle.
I was excited for that story about bioluminescent worms, and then I found out it was all about pork and I didn't know the worms were leaving snail trails everywhere. Now I'm just grossed out. Now it's just an army of freaking worms just leaving trails. Jeez, says Fizzles. Right? I don't need to be on that. I don't want to see that. I'm not going to... Let's see here. Let's see if we have a better... Can we find a better video of this? Fire. Why are they called fireworms? Oh, Brave Wilderness did a video with fireworms. You don't want... The worm you don't want to touch. Facts, the bearded fireworm.
The bearded fireworm is a type of marine bristleworm that inhabits the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. These segmented worms typically live in coral, beneath stones, or in mud in clear, shallow waters. They can tolerate a wide range of environmental conditions. Most of their body segments have a pair of appendages called parapodia that help with locomotion.
Right, but
their segments
why are they
allow
fireworms?
them to be more mobile by enhancing leverage. Their body is covered in small bundles of hair-like bristles called setae. Setae can help with locomotion, digging, anchorage, and protection. The setae are hollow and contain a chemical that can cause a severe burning sensation when touched. This is because the bristles penetrate the skin and easily break off. Their gills are located on the sides of their body. Fireworms feed on many different types of coral. They will also feed on detritus or animals like anemones and crustaceans. When injured, fireworms can regenerate the posterior segments of their body. They grow up to 12 inches long. Their reproduction is not well studied. However, it is thought that they reproduce both sexually and asexually.
Well, I don't know if it's not well studied, but apparently it happens late at night with jizz that glows in the dark. Bioluminescent. That is the creepiest thing, is the glow-in-the-dark jizz. How are they at being bait? I don't know, man. I feel like you're not going to be in an area where you're going to need that for bait. It sounds like more work than it's worth if touching those bristles gives you a extreme burning sensation. Oh, dear Lord, King Kong Dong. Oh, dear Lord. But yeah, I don't, no offense, Mr. Q. Considering you get that worm that if you touch it, it causes a severe problem. Or you get, again, the fireworms lighting up. Is this the... Oh, this is just another video. Like, it's just making its own little fucking smoke trail. How many stupid people reach in the water to find out what that is? I'm just curious. Obviously not in this video. Because it sounds like it was made during a fax machine going off in the background. That would freak me out, man. That would freak me out. Oh, the hell with the ocean, says Mr. Q. Yeah, they're up at the ocean. This would freak me out. These little glowy fuckers leaving these trails would freak me the fuck. I would think they were aliens. I'd be like, oh my God, aliens. Another good reason to not go in an ocean. Well, I mean, yes, it is on the list. But I just, again, it's the part that I would freak the fuck out, man. Whether they're in the ocean or not. Can we get something that isn't such a horrible view? Are all the videos we get of jizz worms glowing only from this horrible top-down view? Fireworms out on a Texas beach. Fireworms common in Hawaii, but pack a powerful sting. Yeah, we got fireworm. Nothing. Fucking nothing. All right, never mind then. Because that, we have the news story that we covered.
Take a look.
Yeah, we did that one already. This one's way better than the other one, and like full screen's nicer. But yeah, dude.
This video, mysterious glowing sea creatures caught on video in Long Beach for only the second time ever. Experts say these bioluminescent fireworms rise from the seabed during certain moon phases to spawn at the surface. The females swim in circles, lighting up a mucus trail that attracts the males. The rare spectacle only lasts for about 30 minutes, and following the mate...
After that, the worms need to take a nap. Johnny, thank you. I'm going to be a jizzy worm for Halloween. You're welcome, King Kong Dong. That's why we do this.
Ritual, the worms return to the seafloor to build a tube in which they live until the next moon cycle.
So, yep. Fucking jizz worms, man. Like the world we live in. Jesus, jizz worms. So I mentioned this morning. Cuba's having a fuel crisis, and apparently they're trying to deal with it. One of the things they've come up with is an underwater bus. An underwater bus in Havana becomes a ride that matters during Cuba's fuel crisis. What do you mean an underwater bus? Of course, there's an ad. We'll have to wait for this to end so that we can do... almost there. The ones who live... Fuck off. I'm trying to read this. The ones who live on the east side use this transport to cross. Most of our jobs are on the other side of the city. We use it precisely to get from one side to the other. There's no other transportation. We don't have the money. We don't have the money to pay for a car, private taxi. This way we can travel the city. Otherwise, we can't leave the house. We must go out to take care of things. Right, but what about this? You said underwater bus. What about this bus is underwater? You asshats. Nothing about that bus was underwater. Why is it called an underwater bus? On a recent sweltering afternoon in Cuban capital, dozens of commuters on bicycles, scooters, electric motorcycles gathered in a tidy road at entrance Savannah by tunnel. All right, so the tunnel goes underwater. The diesel-powered bus can accommodate 60 travelers in their vehicles, making enough trips to transport more than 2,000 people per day. All right, so it's not really an underwater bus. It just goes in an underwater tunnel. It goes in a tunnel. Woo. Brian, no, you're not. No, you're not. I don't want your worm, Brian. I don't want your worm in any way, shape, or form, sir. I don't want it when it's showing, when it's glowing. You heard me. Twitter is down, damn it. Well, that sounds like a you problem, sir. I don't have any Twitter stories left for today, so we're good. It's a bus tunnel now. Right? It's not an underwater bus. They wrote this article making it sound like crazy and oh my God. And then you find out, oh no, it's just lame and gay. I was jizz worms. That's catchy. Yeah, it's what they are. That they're just. You saw those things. You saw those ladies swimming around in their own mucus. Your futon will get a worm. No, it won't. Futons don't F, and those are sea creatures, so that's not even going to happen. It's not even remotely possible. So I don't care what you think about that. That ain't happening. My futon. You leave my futon out of this, all right? It's my futon, goddammit. Tired of everyone trying to tell me what my futon would or wouldn't do. Next thing you're going to tell me my futon would say we have to defend Israel and fight Iran. I'm going to tell you right now, my futon wouldn't make any of those choices. You leave my futon alone. Oh, got to go to the garage. It's that time of day. Oh, well, we have about here. Well, I got myself another 9 minutes? I got another 9 minutes before it's that time of day for me too. So I'll join you in one in a bit. But you enjoy your trip to the garage. Anyways, we have a couple more stories to do. The energy blockade. Yeah, that's why I wanted to read about this. While the Ciclo bus is not new, it has never been as popular and essential as Cuba navigates its most severe energy crisis in decades. Yeah, so Donald Trump, took out Venezuela. They can't sell their oil to Cuba. But can Cuba buy our oil, or do they just not want to? Like, what's up there? It's weird that we're starving out Cuba. Matthew Q, everyone's trying to take his woman, his furniture. It's worse than a divorce. It is. And the worst part is nobody's seen the futon. You're just all blowing it up in your mind is this amazing thing. And no, it's not. Most futons suck. You know what the great claim to fame my futon has? It's a futon that doesn't suck. That's it. And that's not that high a bar. And it squeaks over it. Just barely, but it does. And that's nice enough for me. And that's all I need. Right? Like I get this worker lady tomorrow helps with everything, and I get a new place. I'm going to move my futon in there. It's going to be my futon, my egg chair, my computer desk, and my bed. That's it. That's all I have for. Well, I gotta figure out the entertainment center system stuff. Everybody's trying. Yep. I don't want the woman in that scenario. That doesn't make it better. King Kong Dong. In fact, that makes it a little more uncomfortable. I would say, me personally, like my chest tightens. I feel it like right here, like, oh dear God. That's not, I'm not into that sort of stuff. I am not a jizzworm. Jizzworms is gonna stick with me for a while. Discovering that the fireworm, now as I will affectionately call them, jizzworms, it's at least the nice thing. You know what? It's nice when it's nice. We do have one more animal story for today, and I just realized that one also involves creatures underwater, although the creature underwater is not an underwater creature. Brian, I've seen your futon. Then you know it's nothing to write home about. It's a futon. And really, have you seen the futon? Maybe you've seen the futon. I don't know. Did I go on Digger's show once using my laptop camera? I might have. Because I would have to be on the laptop for you to see the futon. It's on the other side of this desk. I can't move everything right. It's all over there. So let's catch up with the animal. Since 1962, the U.S. has had sanctions on Cuba, excluding medical supplies and food. Right, I understand that, Wild Saffron. So our sanctions forbid us from selling them oil? Because they were getting it from Venezuela until we fucked all that shit up. I think I'm going to get rid of my couch and get a futon, says Brian. Well, you can't have mine. That's all I'm saying. You can't have my futon. It's mine, God damn it. You can't have it. All right. Is this? No, that's almost cached. I better clear it. There was way more in there than I thought. It was not almost cached. I could have just left it alone. I saw it in Discord. You were on your laptop watching vids with your kid. Yeah. When she watches YouTube, I have to keep an eye on her. Make sure she's not watching some stupid weird shit. But either way, whether you saw the futon or not, you know it's nothing to write home about. It's a cushion on a fucking mattress pad setup that folds down to be a bed. It's a futon. Plain and simple. All right, so that's the energy blockade. All that's all covered. All right, we got about 15 minutes left in the show. I got 2 stories left. We actually burned through everything really, really fast. That is strange. So we'll do the... Excuse me, I am so sorry. We'll do the rip and read, and then we will get to the video story. A New Zealand family has found a message in a bottle, and I had to ask Digger, didn't we cover this already? And she thought we had too, and we checked the dates and everything. No, this is from literally yesterday. So this has been happening a lot lately, I guess. A lot of messages in a bottle that got shipped in the early 2000s to 2010. Was there a movie or something that did a whole, like, drop a love note in a bottle or some shit? Because I've been noticing, we've been finding these 10-year-old bottles washing ashore, or no, 10-year-old son, never mind. We've been finding these bottles from like the early 2000s to 2010s washing ashore. Like a lot. Just seems strange. King Kong Dong. Futon. No, it's my futon. I want a new couch because ours was free from an old cold worker. It's big and we barely use it. But is it comfy? You've got mail, maybe, says Digger. Digger, have you not left yet? Are you out on the road and you're burning? I hope you're not burning up your minutes or digitals or whatever's you have to join us. I thought, have you not left yet? Because, like, no offense, you could have done the show. Brian saying no to You Got Mail. All right, so not You Got Mail. Or no, it's not comfortable. Because I did ask Brian a question. So if it's not comfortable, then yeah, get rid of the goddamn thing. Nope, not yet. Nope, not left yet. May have napped a bit. Now I'm jealous because I want to go out for a nap. Don't tell me that. You've known this whole time how sleepy I am. The Notebook, says Sainer. Ooh, the Notebook. But did they put the whole Notebook in a bottle? No, not comfortable, says Brian. Well, I'm sorry you have that. I had that problem once too, where I got a really big piece of furniture from somebody, and they got a smaller one, and it sucked, and it got thrown out and replaced. And I now have a futon, so that happened. But either way, anyways, since 1962, we had sanctions on Cuba, right? But we don't let them. Like, it's weird that we bombed their oil source. Now, like, we're really letting people suffer. And I feel bad about it. The guy driving worked till 5 a.m. and he slept in the couch. What brand is your futon? Here's the thing. I got it secondhand. I don't even fucking know. There's no labels on it. There's no nothing on it. I'll see what I can do. If I can find a futon that seems like it matches the description of mine, and I will, there's no tags on the cushion thing. I'm going to put used TP in a bottle. That's gross. That's gross. That's not why. No. I burned my finger welding this morning and it still hurts. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry to hear that. I am kind of stalling because I have the New Zealand story, but I have to do this controlled burn first. And I kind of did one a minute ago, so now I'm on this weird do I, don't I. So we'll do this. We'll do the Rip Marine, and we'll do the last animal story. And then we'll call it a day. And for those of you who didn't hear already, we won't be here tomorrow. I am not going to be here tomorrow. It's me all week by myself. No more Digger this week. And I won't be here tomorrow. But we will hopefully be here on Thursday. But we may start late because, again, MRIs. There we go. 420 bird. I got raid tonight. I'm excited. I finally got a new two-hander. I got to see where my deeps lands. See if I got the right stuff. Do the right numbers. It'll be a good time. Are you on Steel Toe tomorrow morning, sir? I should be. I have my appointment tomorrow is afternoon during this show. Like, I have to be there around 1 p.m. for my appointment, but knowing how that goes, like gauging off of other times I've done appointments at the government building, like I'll show up, my appointment's at 1 p.m. I'll be sitting there at like 1:20. They'll finally pull me in a separate office. And then like 5-10 minutes after that, somebody will sit down. We'll talk. It'll go for a while and then it'll be done. Ruining my Wednesday, you two. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. But I want to get out of this basement. I got to get that thing done. We've been trying to work on it. I've been dealing with fucking bullshit, and I recently found out the fucking bullshit went back to square one, and now we're meeting with this new lady so we can finally get past the first fucking hoop so we can get this ball rolling again because, god damn it, it's a lot of stuff that is waiting up. Not even just the moving stuff, but a lot of stuff waiting up on this, and it gets so annoying when I'm going through all these stupid hoops with the fucking county and the government for this state, and then we find more and more areas where they're like, yeah, fraud, we don't really want to look into that. That kind of makes us look bad. And we don't really want to point out the one huge, large demographic of people doing it because that kind of makes us sound racist. It's like, no, it doesn't sound racist to point out a fact. This is the worst part of the 2000s. The idea that pointing out facts makes you racist. No. Believing a fact or a belief or a stereotype with no evidence, that based on a racial assumption, that's racist. But pointing out that all of the theft is being committed by one group of people, that's called noticing a fact. That's literally all it is. It's not saying that the whole group of people is committing the fraud. It's just saying that all the fraud is coming out of one community. And then when you pair that, well, it's supposed to be the end of the show. Paint yourself salami, says Somali. I don't, that won't work. I'll just get in trouble for blackface. As I've found out, like the government can catch, well, not catch, but the government can be very, very finicky about making sure you're not screwing with them and they're wrongfully giving you assistance or money. But apparently they only do that if you're white. So, no show, huh? Guess I can spend time with the kid. Well, I mean, tomorrow, yeah, if you want to spend time with your kid, you should. Shouldn't prioritize the show over that. But I will be on Thursday. Like I said, might start late because I have the MRI early in the morning. And then, like I said, we have the tomorrow show. No, because I'm planning to, we're going to make the whole thing a thing because I can't do that with that, right? Right. So, yeah, we're going to be doing no show tomorrow and then hopefully just a late start on Thursday. Otherwise, it'll just start at the regular time. That'll be even better if I get done with the MRI and I get home in time to start the show and do the show. But we might not be as well prepped. I got today and tomorrow to do that, though, so it'll be fine. It's worse in the UK. If you miss a job center appointment in person, your benefits stop, but if the staff are late, no apology. But you know they're going to be late. And for me, it's not that my benefits are stopping or starting. It's that I'm asking for additional help because you know what? It's not the same, and it's weird. Late is better than nothing. You get to take an MRI. I get to go play with a big crane magnet. Yeah, your experience will be vastly more fun than mine, Mr. Q. I hate MRIs. It's like being a fucking frozen burrito in a microwave. It sucks, and I hate it. And I have to do it for they do so many stupid fucking tests. I hate MRIs. They're not fun. They blow, and I hate them. Anyways, a New Zealand family is trying to find the author of a message in a bottle. We'll finish this bottle story that was apparently written in 2002. Nisha Reend, 48, said her 10-year-old son, Kea, to pick real names, found the barnacle-encrusted Jack Daniels bottle while the family was checking the ocean conditions at Ocean Beach in Tareu. That's a weird place in New Zealand. He was just kind of exploring at what had been washed up in the high tide line. So he thought it was a concrete brick, but then when he picked it up, saw that it was a bottle. The bottle contained a message dated February 17th of 2002, authored by a man named Jack, and mentions fishing, but water damage caused much of the note to become illegible. Aww. Ryan said she posted photos of the bottle and the note at a local Facebook page, but so far no one has come forward with any information about it. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have trouble connecting the dots if all you have is... well, wait, we can open image in new tab. This is all you've got. I will say this. That's a cool looking bottle. This doesn't look like a Jack Daniels bottle. In fact, it says something else on the side. So I'm going to guess this isn't even from the story then. So never mind. But the Jack Daniels bottle didn't hold up. Bet it was the cap. You got to put a cork in them motherfuckers. I hate MRIs too. Laying down for that long is uncomfortable. Like I said, I always feel like I've been microwaved. It feels funny. It feels weird. I don't like it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I've been in them a lot, like more than anyone should ever reasonably, justifiably ever be in an MRI tube. And I've seen that come and go. And yep, gonna be in them again. But it's just it's so uncomfortable. It's so. Hey Tag. Hey Tag. You want to join us for the end of the show? People like Tegra Cat. Come in. All right, so we've got this last animal story. Come here, Tag. Come on. Tegra Cat. Gotcha. Meow. We got Tag. We got Tag. Do they ever see anything? What, in the MRI machines? They see lesions usually. And if they're getting worse. The worsted for me is... Yeah, all right. Anyways. Adventures with Bebe the Parrot. Why is Bebe underwater? Does this parrot want to go underwater? What if this bird hates being underwater? Freaks it out. It's unhappy. The whole nine. Just hates it. Absolutely despises it. But all right. We have a couple minutes left. Let's finish this quick.
Might be looking at history right now because, yes, that is a parrot exploring the Atlantic Ocean in a DIY submarine.
He is very comfortable with that. I'm his buddy.
Iowan Stephen Lawyer didn't want to leave his 6-year-old pal BB alone when he went to the Bahamas for a month. So the former physics major instead invented a contraption he calls the Bebosphere.
It's not full of air right now, but it's at 3,000 PSI, the same as a scuba tank.
For the record, this is not the first time Stephen assembled a contraption for BB. He also created a Beeble so they could go skydiving together. He says they've now gone 15 times.
When I'm going to jump, he will go in there voluntarily. He lets us know if he wants to go.
Over the past week or so, this video has picked up millions of views online with varying reactions. One commenter writing, "Love it," while another says, "I'm not really sure he wants that."
Couple comments from people who did not like this concept.
Yeah, I don't know that the bird wants to go underwater.
I get it. Was BB at risk while in the submarine? My answer is very, very, very low because of all the precautions I took. Here you go. Ready? Go.
Overall, Stephen just feels all this inventing is worth it if he doesn't have to leave his best bud in a cage. I mean, if Stephen's not there, who's going to feed him cashews?
But look at his manners there. He'll hold the cashew in his foot while he eats it.
I know he went underwater, but this is way cooler to me.
The bird eating the cashew is
Steven
way
said
cooler.
He and BB practiced.
All right, good, cool. Him and BB practiced before they did it. Finding Nemo 3 sucks, says Mr. Q. One of these days, that bird's going to die of a heart attack, and he's only going to have himself to blame. I don't know if the bird's going to die of a heart attack. He says the bird chooses to go skydiving. So either the bird's got a real shit memory or it likes it, because I feel like that's an experience in that little bubble and everything else. That's an experience you only have once, and it sticks with you forever. So if you don't like it, I feel like the bird would know and be like, oh, wait, I remember this dome. We ain't doing this. But yeah, you know, or your version where the bird is dead. It's kind of a shitty way to be, honestly. I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyhow, let's check up with the Rumble chats quick. We will miss you. Have fun. Yes, Digger, we will miss you. Have fun. I'm going to get going because our time has come to an end. I won't be here tomorrow, so you can miss both of us. I'm sorry. And then I will be back Wednesday or Thursday, hopefully, all ready to go right on time. Brian saying birds are incredibly adventurous. If he didn't like it, it would be incredibly easy to tell. Well, either way, it's not like we can stop it now. How would the bird tell you he didn't want to go? He'd be fighting getting in the container. He'd be flapping around, jumping around, losing his shit. That'd be my guess. My guess would be he'd be crashing out. But again, that's a guess. Anyways, we're out of here. We won't be back tomorrow. We've been, Johnny, you've been an audience. It's been a fun time. Hasta luego.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news.